translated. Blackbirds need up. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm trying to see if this motherfucking vertical stream actually works. Anyway, let me look and see if it's on. You ain't gotta switch to it. Stay over here if you want to. That's just for anyone else that wants to get involved over yonder. I forgot to hit the motherfucking start button on that bullshit. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, nope, not that one. Shit. Can y'all see the other stream up? Can y'all see that? Is it up? Running? I don't know. Can't see. You know, I'm a little slow when it comes to this shit. Oh, motherfucker. Let's see. Okay, so yes, sir. Okay, cool. Because I can't get it to fucking load yet. Let me see if I can see if it. There's one. I don't know why that fucking up there. Because I could have sworn I changed the fucking view. There we go. All right, so yeah, it's up and running. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fucking get this goddamn video started over here with Big Beautiful Bill. We're gonna take, I guess, two approaches at it. I guess I don't want to look at it the whole thing, but we're gonna well, this one we can take a whole look at it. It's a 8-minute one real quick, and let this motherfucker say what he's gonna say, and then we're gonna go over to a little bit of TikTok so we can see what the jigs and the downtrodden crackers is saying about this that don't know shit about anything. They can't even read properly. I do have the bill up, actually. Well, not the bill. I have the Means and Ways Committee's look over it, and then we can actually pull up the actual bill that passed the House that is stalled, and I repeat, stalled in the Senate. That's why I say it's not going to pass. Well, at least right now it's not going to pass. I think they're going to have to do individual bills. I don't know. I don't get the feeling it's going to pass. I don't get the feeling it's going to pass. That's just me. I think this is the right one. Let me see. It's the 8-minute. Yeah, this is 8-minute. Right, here we go.
Hey there. Glad you're here. President Donald Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill has officially passed through the House, and now it's not just a headline or a political talking point, especially if you're living on fixed income, receiving Social Security, or just trying to keep up with your bills. This is the kind of bill that could actually change how you file your taxes, how much help you get from programs like Medicare and SNAP, and even what happens at the doctor's office. Now, here's something you might not have heard. If you're a senior making under $75,000 a year, you could be eligible for a brand new $4,000 deduction. That's real money that could ease the pressure come tax time. But it doesn't stop there, and not all the changes are so easy to celebrate. So stay with me, because what's in this bill could affect your wallet, your health coverage, and the way public services show up in your daily life. And before we go on, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Are you currently receiving Social Security or Medicare?
No.
Are you concerned about how these new changes might affect you or someone you care about? Let's talk about it. And if you find this kind of breakdown helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future updates. So, let's start with one of the biggest headlines from this new law, taxes. If you remember the Trump tax cuts from 2017, this new bill makes those cuts permanent.
Do y'all remember that shit? The tax cuts of 2017. Where is Beans when you need him now? I don't know. I want him to come over here. Matter of fact, let me see if I can call this nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I might call Beans real quick. Let me call this motherfucker because he always talking shit. I mean, this is the time where he can come over and tell me what he likes and dislikes about this fucking bill. I would love to see this motherfucker's or hear this motherfucker's opinion, to be honest with you. I really would. I really, really would. Let me see. Go here. Oop, shit. I'm gonna go here. There we go. I would love. No, we don't. What do you mean? You don't want to hear a little podcast? Is bullshit. Let me see if I can get him going. Let me see if I'm gonna call this jigaboo. Let me see. Let me see. Do I have this nigga number still? Oh, fuck. I gotta look at, what is, you know what, it might be underneath this one. Let me see. know if it's on the L or P. Nope, it's not on there. Not on it there. Yeah, there we go. There you go.
Zoomer said thanks, Abe.
Let me text this nigga. Yo, come on the show. Come to the show. Talking Big Beautiful Bill. Big beautiful Bill. All right, I texted his ass. You asked a question, I answered it. We didn't see anything on taxes. Oh, okay. There we go.
That means the lower corporate tax rates are sticking around. But it also adds some new tax breaks that a lot of people weren't.
Okay, what you didn't know that the 2017 Tax Cuts Act are set to expire in 2026. No, at the end of 2025, they're set to end. With it not being passed yet, that means all I think it's $2,500 is going down to $1,000. This all the tax shit before is going to revert to back to what it used to be. That's one of the things that they were talking about. So, yeah, that's one thing that we didn't. If you didn't know what happened in 2017 tax cuts, even though you didn't get none, OG, because you say you never got a tax cut, you always had to pay. It's not my fault, sir. It's not my fault. But we're going to continue.
Expecting. For example, tips are no longer taxed. Same goes for overtime pay and even the interest you pay on car loans. If the car was
Zoomer
made in
said
the
thanks,
US.
EBT.
That last part's important.
That's a whole fact.
And if you're a senior on a limited income, there's now an additional $4,000 standard deduction if you make less than $75,000 a year. That's per person. Married couples filing jointly could get double that.
Yeah.
So if you're someone who's been paying taxes on a modest retirement income, this might actually help. Now, I know some of you have been asking, what about the promise to stop taxing Social Security benefits? Well, that didn't happen. Instead, this deduction is being offered as a kind of compromise. It doesn't fully remove taxes on your benefits, but it softens the blow a bit, especially if your income is on the lower side. And that said, not everyone is feeling the same relief. According to the Congressional Budget Office, wealthier Americans are expected to gain more over time from this bill. In fact, the top 10% of earners will see their resources increase by about 4% by the year 2027. But folks at the bottom could actually lose out, some by as much as 4% by 2033. And here's where...
So if you at the bottom, what they saying is you need to make your way to the middle fucking class. I hope it don't. I'm not that old yet. Okay. Yeah, I think you should make your way to the middle class. The lower income people, I guess the people that make, I don't know, like that one dude said he only makes $1,000 a fucking month, which I thought was crazy. I haven't seen $1,000 in a month since I was goddamn 17. Goddamn it, hell, even at 17, I was making more than $1,000 a month. But yesterday we found out there's some grown ass motherfuckers making $1,000 a month, which I thought was absolutely batshit crazy, to say the least. What up? What up there?
Hello, my good sir.
When's the last time you made $1,000 a month, dog? Only $1,000 a month, or let's just say $1,200.
Only?
Sid, I make more than 1,000 a week on OnlyFans.
Only. Because yesterday,
Right now.
Yesterday, we saw a dude that said he makes $1,200 a month.
That's me.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Hey, what? That is me. I'm fucking on disability.
Yeah, but you make more than $1,000 a month, sir.
No, sir.
You're a
You said
motherfucking
12.
lie.
No, sir.
You make more than $1,200 a motherfucking month.
No, I don't, sir. I'm poor.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Why you think I had to move to another country?
Yeah, no one believes you, nigger.
What are you talking about? Nobody believes me. Why you always think I'm lying?
Because you're a fucking liar. Anytime a nigga's mouth is moving, they lying.
Prove it. Prove I'm lying.
Oh, okay. Give me your motherfucking shit. So I can
CCD
see.
said Japanese men love my toes.
Japanese.
So
You
does
said, give me
LA.
what?
He is my best customer.
LA's your best customer, CCD? Wow, okay.
That was crazy. You say show you what?
I said, just go ahead and show me your bank stub, sir.
What bank stuff?
No, now you ain't got a bank.
I got a bank, but I mean, I'm asking to show you my bank stuff. What is it going to show you?
It's gonna
My
show
direct deposit.
Absolutely.
So you want to see 1,200 in my direct deposit every month?
All I want to see is it only $1,200 a month?
It is only, but that's the thing. It's not direct deposit. It's a paper check.
Oh, okay, even a paper check. I want to see your deposits, plural.
I go to a check cashing place.
I don't. Now you go to a check cashing place. That what you do?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
I'm doing bad, sir. I'm doing bad.
You're a fucking liar.
That's why I moved to the Dominican Republic. I'm doing bad.
This is the reason why no one believes it. This is why niggas don't get no one believes niggas, because niggas like you just be lying. What the fuck is his name? John the Baptist with the $5 says, how about people like me that earn $35,000 a year, no taxes, pay no taxes? Well, sir, we know you make more than $35,000 a year. I don't know why y'all keep saying this dumb shit.
I literally make $13,000 a year. I'm doing bad. It's crazy. I wish I did make $35,000. Damn.
There ain't no one believing you. Sorry, niggas.
I did to get 2 bedrooms.
See, LA got a sock full of quarters.
You know what I'm saying? Even more than a sack full of quarters. Let's get back into
let me get my maid to go get me some water.
Oh, you got a maid again. That's right. My bad. Yeah, it's so bad. You two are so bad. You got a maid in a house that you pay $1,400 a month for.
Oh, that guy working mysterious maid ways. That's crazy shit.
Didn't you say that? The day before yesterday, that your apartment you're looking for was like $1,400 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me how you can go to a different country and still pay more than what you're working for, what you make in a month. Remember, because you said you only make you.
I misspoke.
You just said.
I misspoke.
Oh,
I misspoke. I meant to say 1,400 pesos a month. I got changed.
Hold on, we gotta drop this nigga down real quick. Let's he said I gotta bring him up the correct way. So I'm gonna bring him up the correct way today. Just to let y'all know, John the Baptist want to be brought up the correct way. Where we at?
Go get the money, 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 I got it.
All right, John.
Push it.
I need to go make more than $35,000 a year. I gotta go make the money.
That's how I know you lying.
I gotta go do better. I gotta go do better.
Tom,
Yes, sir.
Tom, I forgot to thank you, sir. I forgot to thank you.
Wow.
I'm dead ass. This from the bottom of my heart. Sir, I had a choice to get an ocean view apartment or a street view apartment. And you told me, stop being dumb. Get the bigger apartment. You're a grown man.
Yes.
Remember you told me that?
Yes.
So I got to thank you because the street view got something that I never thought about. All the fucking women walking up and down this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm out on this deck like a pervert. This shit is amazing. This shit is wild.
Well, you're a grown man. Stop being a kid. Anyway, let's continue with this. So what it says is, hold on, let's let this.
John the Baptist, a new mom.
Yeah.
Things get more complicated. To make room for all these tax cuts, estimated to cost around $3.8 trillion over the next decade, Congress is cutting spending somewhere else. And a big chunk of that is coming from programs like Medicaid, SNAP, and yes, Medicare too. Let's take Medicaid first. This bill introduces new work requirements. If you're a childless adult on Medicaid, you'll need to prove that you work at least 80 hours a month, or risk losing coverage.
Said the nice
And that
thing about
starts as
that is
early
when
as
he looks up, he can
2026.
see up their skirts too.
Yes. It says, well, fuck it. I forgot what he just said.
Hold up. How old you gotta be on Medicaid?
You can get Medicaid. I think they just expanded it from 54 to 66. You can get on Medicaid or Medicare, one or two. I don't know which one it is. They just expanded it so you can. Yeah.
So if say you're old fuck with no kids, you gotta work at least 80 hours a month in order to keep Medicaid?
That's what they say. That's what they're saying for the young people. Mayo, you can't always get the conservative view on everything. You would love for everyone to understand the liberal side. Then we're gonna go into the more conservative / Republican side. That's how you do it.
Or risk
Yeah, but-
losing coverage.
Hold
And
up.
that starts as early as 2026.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So this is a bill they're trying to introduce.
This is the bill they're trying to get passed. That Trump's trying to get passed right now. It passed the House. It has stalled in the Senate. Not saying this. I have a thing. I have a prediction they're gonna have to make smaller bills or change bills, because I mean it is 1116 goddamn pages. So I don't think it's gonna pass. Personally, I don't think it's gonna pass.
And this is actually for Medicare, not Medicaid.
Yeah, that's what it says on there. It says Medicare. Yeah, Medicaid is for the old people, right?
This is the younger people that are freeloading.
Yes.
That ain't got no kids.
Yes, that's what I said. Kids, people who have no kids, and also it's telling them might have to pay deductibles as well, and it's not. I mean,
They should.
$100
They should.
plus it's allowing the states to charge a deductible. That's what was said. Hold on, let me go back like 5 seconds because Mayo over fucking up shit.
Childless adult on Medicaid, you'll need to prove that you work at least 80 hours a month or risk losing coverage. And that starts as early as 2026. States are also now allowed to add co-payments and even kick people off if they don't finish the right paperwork on time. So what does that look like in real life?
He said
Well,
Medicaid.
one estimate says nearly 9 million people
He did
lose
say
their
Medicaid.
Medicaid coverage.
Yeah,
That
Medicaid.
includes
Look at
some folks
Medicaid.
with disabilities or chronic conditions who may not qualify for exemptions. The argument from Republican lawmakers is that this encourages people to work and helps prevent fraud. But critics say it's punishing people who are already struggling, especially those with limited access to jobs or technology to keep up
I
with
know.
their force. And then there's SNAP or food stamps. The bill extends work requirements to more adults, including parents with kids as young as 7.
Fucking kids.
States are also
Fucking
being
kids.
told they will need to start paying more of the cost for SNAP benefits. That's a pretty major shift, since SNAP has always been mostly federally funded. So what does that mean for you or your community? If you live in a lower income area or a rural state with fewer resources, these changes could make it harder to qualify or maintain benefits. And with food prices still high, this has a real impact on people's ability to keep groceries in the fridge. Now, let's talk about Medicare next. So, Medicare isn't being restructured from the ground up, but automatic cuts are on the horizon. About $500 billion could be trimmed from Medicare due to deficit loss. That's not a direct cut in your monthly check, but it could affect things like hospital reimbursements, prescription coverage, and long-term care. If you're a senior who relies on Medicare Advantage or who has high drug costs, you can start to see some of those changes ripple through your care. Some experts warn that this could create a two-tier system.
All right, go ahead.
Can somebody explain to me how they got so dependent on the government to where now we think they do us a favor by cutting taxes?
Well, it's
when is it? Why is the government responsibility to make sure that we can eat or pay our bills or that we got health care insurance?
Well, this is not okay. So what they're talking about are not tax cuts right here. This is just cuts to the social safety
Medicaid.
net. Yes, that's a social safety net. It's not a tax technically. Well, it is, but it's not. If you're not working, you're not getting taxed on it. So it's not a tax for them. It's a tax for everyone else. But yeah, they're trying to
but
make.
why is it the government responsibility to make sure everybody got health coverage?
It's technically not.
According to the Affordable Health Care Act, that's what it's about, though, right? Make sure everybody got health insurance.
No, because that was already deemed unconstitutional. So
Yeah, that was to ensure everybody got fined who didn't have health care. That's what that was for.
Yeah, that was to make sure you pay you got taxed twice on the shit, because either you're gonna get fucking insurance or you're gonna fucking get in fucking insurance, bitch. That's pretty much what that fucking was all about, nigga. You gonna motherfucking pay for this motherfucking shit, or you gonna pay for it. One of the two ways.
Fuck your choice. And even this video, right? It keeps going back and forth from Medicare to Medicaid, and it's not accurate. It's not accurate at all.
Hey, I'm kind of with John. Where did that money come from if you is getting paid through the government? They tax themselves?
No. It's not.
No, sir. That's your tax money that you paid them.
Yeah.
But okay, but if a person not working, and they get it, and they live off the government, but the government taxes they taxes.
They're not taxing their taxes. They're taxing you for them.
Tom.
Yes, sir.
You want to hear something wrong?
Go ahead.
Here, you buy a house here, right? You pay taxes on it one time, and you never pay taxes again in your life. The land is yours. You don't pay any more on it ever again.
How much land costs out there?
Nigga, you can get a whole compound for $300,000.
Why you ain't got a
That
whole
shit
compound,
is
sir?
yours.
Because he's not a
This
resident
fucking. I'm not a resident yet. I'm not a resident yet.
Oh, well, let me know when you move there, nigga, so I can come put me a shack up and start selling weed.
Yours, dog. The lawyer told me that shit today. I was like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, how many years you pay taxes? He's like, once? I'm like, I don't think you understand language. I don't know how many years you got to pay. Like, once. And it's yours.
Is the law still the same over there, too?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, they're I mean, it sounds good, right?
That is great, sir.
It is great, right? If that's where you want to be. But this land over here is way bigger, it's way more expensive. The debt to income ratio is really ridiculous. So you have more entitlements here than you do there. Am I right or wrong?
Oh, you're 100% right.
That's what we need to get rid of.
Yeah. So unless we're getting rid of all these entitlements and living the same way that they are, whether you better go out there and slut around, sit that hot box out there, then it is what it is. But right now we know we want to take care of every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Not Tom, Dick, and Harry. Mary Beth and Shaniqua Sue. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure they're taken care of. So. In other words,
so why you want to complain about taxes then?
I'm not. I'm always complaining about taxes. I'm ready to get rid of the motherfuckers. I'm just telling you, this is the other argument.
That's what I just asked you 5 minutes ago. Why is it the government's job to take care of people?
And I said it's not. But
you just said, but you just described it. We are.
Yes.
That's what the nigga just told
But it's not supposed to be, John.
I know it's not.
It's been turned into this.
I'm not.
No. I know it. I know what Tom is saying. I understand what Tom is saying. I'm only showing him like this is crazy, right? If we got a government system set up that we got to take care of the people through taxes.
Yes.
This is crazy.
And we got to take care of healthy people that could work.
Absolutely. And
I don't mind taking care of.
You also got to take care of the so-called depressed people as well. So if they're so depressed they can't work, they need to be in an insane asylum.
Hey, watch your nigga mouth, sir. I was depressed.
Oh wow. It's not my fault. Did you work though?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Don't worry. If you go in that asylum, guess what? You won't need health care because they'll provide it, sir. Everything you need will be provided for free.
Even the little apple juices, nigga, and the yogurt.
Hey, Mayo,
and
the VA is right. Mayo, the VA is literally right down the street from me. That's the crazy part. Everything is free.
Yeah, because
the VA is right there.
The fucking people down here that go to VA that can go down there, it's called the Caribbean something that you can go out there and switch to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, we gotta hurry up and get a business over there, dog. It's just too much opportunities. LA, we need to find something we can do over there, dog.
I told you that.
Okay. Let's finish with this conflating. White dude.
where wealthier patients can still afford top care, while lower-income seniors face more red tape or longer wait times. The White House insists that core benefits remain protected, and the new tax deduction should offset some of the costs. But elder advocates are worried. And honestly, I think it's fair to say there's still a lot of uncertainty here. And speaking of uncertainty, the bill also rolls back parts of President Biden's climate law. Subsidies for things like electric cars and energy-efficient appliances are being phased out.
Absolutely.
If you're planning on upgrading your home or buying a cleaner car, you might want to double-check what credits still apply. Now, let's shift to something that's getting less attention in the mainstream coverage, but is a huge part of the bill: immigration and border enforcement.
Oh my God.
This law dedicates nearly $175 billion to immigration enforcement, with $45 billion for detention facilities and $50 billion to restart construction on the southern border wall. That's on top of plans to hire 10,000 new border agents. Also, asylum applications are going to get more expensive and court fees are rising. Immigration advocacy groups say,
oh, if you're trying to claim asylum here in America, you're going to have to pay $1,000 on top of what else you already have to pay. Just saying.
Good. you already paid the people to smuggle you over here more than that.
Yeah, you got to pay $1,000 more dollars. Even though they're not paying nothing right now, they're actually a net negative to us. Go ahead and pay that $1,000 plus the extra shit that you want to come here. And I still think you should be deported.
Yeah. And stay where you are.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to you.
You know the crazy part? If the United States did something like, instead of you paying like, I know it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'll ever do that, but you pay a coyote, what, 50,000 or some dumb shit? I don't know. So say we like, you know, if you want to come into the country, you won't wait. But you pay us that 50,000, it'll get you ahead of that line. So therefore, if you all straight, then it'll speed up the process for you. If you give us, instead of giving it to the coyotes, give it to us. Give it to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that would work out.
Same way that Gold Card would, that they were talking about.
Whatever happened with that?
It's still supposed to be going through. I don't know if it's going to get approved. I don't think it's going to get approved, but they said it was going through the Senate and the fucking House.
See, Tom, I think our immigration slots should be up for bid.
Mm.
They should be auctioned off to the highest bidders.
Well, yeah, that's a way to bring down the debt.
Oh, so you want to come to America? Do I hear 500? Do I hear 600? I have a 600. Do I hear a 7? 700,000.
No,
sold.
Let me ask y'all a question. Like seriously, do y'all want the? I already don't want none of these motherfuckers over here.
Mm-hmm.
But are y'all saying y'all rather have the money than have a good quality person? You don't care about the motherfuckers here because they can go through the system, huh?
No. Well, you know what? No, I'm not saying that. I know it sounds like I said that, but that wasn't what I was saying. What I was saying was
I'm definitely not saying that.
Get them ahead. No, what I'm saying is, instead of paying them, they're gonna pay coyotes anyway to get them over here. Like, unless we talking about shut down the border period, which I know we are, and don't let nobody to fuck over it anyway. I don't care if you pay $1 million, fuck you, die. That's what y'all talking about. But I'm saying, what if they say, you said you paying the coyotes $50,000, you pay the government $50,000, and it'll get you ahead of the line, and it'll get you the process faster for us to look at your background and everything. You still gonna go through the process, but it just gets you there quicker because you paid the extra $50,000.
So you're trying to cut the middleman out, basically.
Yes.
And
which is the coyote.
I think we should just take money and say no. Shit, I bought
just burn them.
Yeah,
burn them.
Yeah,
say something. I burned and set your whole goddamn country.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, you want to be over here? Oh, let's take the bidding, right? And they still got to go through the same process and still say no. Shit. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. We can't have you over here, sir. You got to stay where you is.
Yeah, you bidding for your place in line.
Yeah.
Not an open door. You just bidding for your place in line. You still got to meet all the requirements.
Man, I'm still gonna say no. That's me.
Unless you got a skill that we can use.
No. See that's the little slip through that you motherfuckers always want. No, I'm still gonna say no.
I knew Tom was gonna do that. I knew Tom was gonna do that.
Money that guy paid and we're going to award it to a student, and we're going to put him through college for that skill.
There you go.
No, that sounds good. The only problem I have with this, bro, is I don't want them niggas over here, period. Because either way it go, they coming over. If you're gonna, it's gonna still be the quality of person. What type of motherfucker got that much money to pay that big amount that y'all want them to pay just to get over here and skip a line and go through the process?
None. That's why I'm saying I'm always gonna say no. I'm gonna take the money and still say no. What they gonna do about it? What, you gonna attack me with your army, huh?
Because that lottery program is literally a pull lottery. It's a raffle. It's not even a raffle. You ain't even got to buy a ticket. You just apply. Mm-hmm. They just pick names out of a hat. I mean,
Tom, your plan won't work.
Yes, it will.
Let me tell you why it won't work. Because the Coyotes gonna get him here. They give you, man. They're not gonna get here.
Yeah. The
Coyotes
don't mean shit because these niggas are still not getting in here.
Yeah. See, John. The thing is, right? We're not gonna let them in if they get caught. And if they try to come in and they get caught, they go on a lifetime ban list for them and their whole family.
Oh, no. See, Mayo, you're doing it wrong, Mayo. See, I'm going to give them...
first they get in prison for 5 years.
No. You don't do that either. See, I have a way better way.
I want free labor, sir.
You can get free labor. I'm more cruel with it. I say send them to a war-torn country that is not of where they came from.
Dude, we can repopulate Gaza.
There you go. There you go. Send them to fucking Israel. Send them to fucking Pakistan, Iran, all these ands and shit. Bye, bitch. Oh, Sudan. We can take your ass there. Go to Africa. Y'all all black. That's what y'all say y'all is, right? Fucking send them all there. I don't care. I'll waste the money just to send them all there. Oh, you gonna come over here illegally, huh? Yeah, all right. We ain't playing those games. Yes, I'm trying to rob illegals. Don't come over here. That'll get you to say, oh, we ain't gonna do it no more.
This can make it harder for people in crisis to get the help they need. Meanwhile, the administration says this is about restoring order and national security. This is one of those parts of the bill that really highlights how divided public opinion can be.
No, it ain't.
Some see it as a necessary step, while others see it as an unnecessary hardship. Now here's something that's been raising eyebrows in legal circles. The bill limits federal courts from enforcing certain types of rulings, like temporary restraining orders.
Absolutely.
This change could reduce the ability of judges to block
right?
controversial executive actions. It might sound technical, but it has real implications for civil rights, immigration rulings, and environmental laws.
Okay, go ahead, Mayo.
Read that first one, right? You might pay less in taxes, but also get less in healthcare and food. If you're one of the ones paying taxes, you most likely aren't getting the health care and the food aid.
Yeah.
That's a whole part.
So you might pay less in taxes, and somebody else will get less in health care and food aid. That's what it should say.
I wanted to attack what he just said about the courts not being able to put in restrictions and have rulings that affect the president's ability to govern, which I think it should be like that. It shouldn't be a fucking district court judge that ain't even a fucking federal judge that can put a fucking restraining order on the fucking president of the United States and say you cannot fucking govern the country.
Even the federal judges, when it's out of their scope of responsibility.
Yeah, and
it's fucking ridiculous.
And here's my thing: I don't give a fuck if you're a Republican or a Democrat, right? That shouldn't be up to a fucking district court judge or a federal district court judge. That shit is stupid.
No, it's just like them trying to block the tranny ban in the military.
Yeah,
it's the president's military.
Absolutely.
Period. It ain't Congress's military. It ain't the judiciary's military. It's the president's fucking military. He is the commander-in-chief.
Mm-hmm. Literally. And believe me, I did not agree with nothing Obama did as far as the military. I didn't. But that piece of shit was a commander-in-chief, and I had to obey bullshit-ass orders. Or face the fucking consequences. So, it is what it is.
Oh, hold up. You didn't stand up and tell him, motherfucker, no, I ain't doing this, like you always tell me. The police should do. You ain't never do that?
No, sir, because that ends in a firing squad.
I didn't get to see him in person. I got to see other generals and
yeah, motherfucker. Did you stand up for your rights, bitch?
That wasn't a right when I gave them away.
You have no rights when you're in the military, sir.
No, but you want me to do some dumb shit then?
Because you had rights when you were a police officer.
Yeah,
no,
you don't have rights in the military, sir. The Constitution literally doesn't apply to you. That's why the Uniform Code of Military Justice exists.
So this is the thing. Now I'm feeling a little hypocritical because once again, yeah, you being a little hypocritical, sir. Because fuck that. You told me stand up for what you believe. So if you believe in it, fuck if you're right. What you telling me?
He was over there supporting them liberals.
Yeah, Hamas. So hold on. But now you trying to tell me?
I wasn't in Hamas, but okay.
Hold on. Now you trying to tell me if they told you go over there and touch a boy's booty, you would have did it?
No, sir. No, sir.
Because you had no.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
That's that fire squad.
No, sir.
You just said you was gonna face the fire squad.
Wait, whoa.
OG. Did they not just tell us that, OG?
I heard it.
Ain't no one.
So if they told y'all to touch a little boy's booty, you and Mayo. You and Mayo would say, okay, because you're going to face a fire squad.
Let's get this straight.
Crazy.
I was a contractor, sir. I had no rules over there.
So hold on. So therefore, Tom, you did have a choice. So you could have stood up to your boss and said, fuck you, I ain't doing it.
Yes, unlawful orders you can fucking disregard. Absolutely.
Yes.
No. Oh, here we go. Nasty did it. OG, see how to do the way out of that?
That's the booty bullshit you were talking about. That might be normal in the Marine Corps, but it's not normal in the Army, sir.
He did what his daddy told him to do.
That's exactly. Go touch that boy's daddy. How you want me to do his daddy?
Yeah, you thought that worked.
Hey, Tom, did he grab you? Like that preacher?
Man, shut your ass up. Ain't no listening to your ass, OG. Ain't no listening to you. Nah, like I said,
do as I say.
No, sir, that's not how that works in the military, right?
Well,
so
you did what they told you to do, sir. You followed
like I just stated, you can disregard
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You went along with it too, nigga. Yeah, buddy.
I don't think we counted 5, 6, but okay. Anyway,
take this exam. I told him what to do. You hear me? Boy, hey, I knew this nigga wasn't gonna just tell that nigga, I'm a grown man.
Man, I'm sick of this shit. We ain't doing this shit today. We are not doing this shit today. Sit your ass back there with me. Ain't doing this shit today. You niggas is cutting the fuck up.
I'm glad somebody else dropped it, not me.
You cutting up for no goddamn reason. What are we doing here? You niggas need to get it together. Get it together.
You're trying to inform people. We ain't playing with your bullshit.
He took up on John.
OG, we kicking the ass.
You ain't doing a motherfucking thing. You ain't doing a motherfucking thing.
I don't want no problem with you and your zaddy.
Oh, yo, you. The disrespect is real around here, motherfucker. Now, again, like I said, you have the option to disregard an unlawful order. And a lot of people have done it. And a lot of people have disregarded lawful orders as well, to be honest with you. So,
yeah, but you didn't.
I wasn't asked to do nothing unlawful.
No, it wasn't.
Me neither.
You weren't always a liberal, but you was.
You know what? You can say okay, because I always say people in the military are all liberal, and people in the police force and all that were mainly liberal. So if you want to call us liberals, okay, cool, we were liberal.
Mm-hmm. There you go, John.
John's already been a liberal.
That's what I'm saying. Now, John can tell you that because you just said that your mouth. You said you was.
I said I knew this
nigga had a heart. I knew he had a heart.
What I'm telling you is, I've always said that motherfuckers that is part of the armed services, fire department, all these fucking social services are always liberal. So while I was in, I was more liberal than I was when I left it. Yes, I was.
Oh no, he actually admitted he was there a long time ago. That's the first time he said that. He said it before.
Now let me get this straight. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, because so you stopped being liberal when Shazaddy got out of there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Obama was his daddy.
I'm just making sure now.
At least when I was in the military, it was when Bush was in there.
You a motherfucking Bush lie. Shut up, nigga.
It was Bush.
What year did you join?
It was 2001.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was Bush.
A good old Republican.
What was that?
It's okay, Tom. You ain't got to say one no more. You got it.
I think Bush was in there when I was in there too. I can't remember. Yeah.
Bush was there from OIF 1 through OIF 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Obama took over.
Yeah, I was in there during Bush too. I was in there during Bush and Obama.
Kate Lee saw a woman head Bush when he was in. He is old.
Yeah.
Hey, wasn't Clinton president from like 90?
Clinton was
what, 92? No, 94.
I saw this whole debate between Charlie Kirk and this liberal white dude who said that the Clintons was informed about the fucking towers. A plane's gonna hit the towers, but they didn't listen. I said, "Oh, wait a minute, that nigga wasn't even in office, bitch. He wasn't even in office."
Yeah. He was already gone. he was already gone.
That shit made no sense. But hey, if y'all and no one called that motherfucker out at all for saying that seriously wrong. But you know, it is what it is. Let's
well, they tried to hit towers in the late 90s too, though.
No, they didn't. They blew up.
No, they did try.
No,
they did try.
No. Okay, what plane was it?
I can't remember the whole time, but I think they tried. That was the first time they tried to Twin Towers. That was the first time.
I didn't say. You said hit with the plane. That there was the only
no.
one.
No, okay, my bad. Okay. Yeah, that was the only one that was playing. I was trying to say it was the first one to try to attack it though.
Yes.
So I was saying to the Clinton story, they probably ignored the Clinton story because it happened early in the 90s too.
Yes, I will agree on that.
You know when I hear something crazy, and what's the craziest thing about? Now, like I was talking about the that shit happening, kids don't even give a fuck.
No.
They can't even wrap their head around what we're talking about.
Because
so it's not even that important anymore.
It wasn't their era, right? It's like once some shit happened. 20 years is a long fucking time to be outside of it, right? So motherfuckers that like thinking about that shit. I joined the military when my son was young, so and then the war was still going on, or so-called war was still going on long enough to where he joined the military and was still fighting the same war. It's crazy to think about, but yeah, that's a long bullshit ass war. That's one of them Roman wars right there.
Like I was on a bus. I was on a bus going to my MOS school on the infantry. When that shit was going down.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even fathom what was going on. I didn't even know what the Twin Towers were. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't even heard of that shit a day in my life. So I was like, when they said that, I swear to God, didn't know what the fucking Twin Towers were.
And you
had no clue.
Philly?
Yeah. Okay. Never heard of a day in my life. Never once heard of it. None of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is that? No, I was in Maryland at this point. Remember, I went to high school in Maryland.
Okay.
So I literally just left Camp Lejeune. I was on my way to Camp Lejeune.
Man, I haven't been to Camp Lejeune since I was a kid.
Yeah, I was on my way to Camp Lejeune, and they had that shit locked down. Dog. And it was like the day before. Matter of fact, I remember, and when I was in Parris Island, it was so easy to get in and out of bases. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like you would just show ID. You wouldn't even really have to show ID. They would just wave everybody through.
Bro,
you can get on Fort Bragg and never go through a checkpoint.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
There's 10 different ways to get into Fort Bragg.
Same thing
happened. Man, they would just wave my dad through.
Oklahoma, Lawton, Fort Sill.
Yep.
You didn't have to fucking. You didn't have to be doing it. But when that shit hit, nigga, I mean, they brought out mirrors. They brought out motherfucking 100% ID check. They started
as big as Fort Hood was. You can get through Fort Hood. On time to check was in the main gate. On the other gate, they didn't check.
Yo, but Because I remember they let my dad right through Paris Island when we graduated and everything, right? And we stayed there a couple days, and we was just going in and out of base like it was nothing. And when I was on my way to Camp Lejeune, and they had that bitch shot, they had that bitch shut down. They came on a bus. They had fucking rifles on all of us. They was checking everything.
Yeah.
And you couldn't leave that base. They would not let us leave.
Hey, do you remember when that motherfucker in Fort Hood shot that motherfucker up? I was attached.
Oh, yeah.
To that. I was attached to that motherfucker. Yeah, the major, the little Muslim major. Dude, I was attached to them right that time. I was in Fort Sam at that time. I was like, ooh, shit, we about to all get in trouble now, nigga.
What they do?
Everything got bro, everything. Listen, you going to a fucking range, you had the motherfucker sit there and stand up, shake out. It was way worse doing that. Like, you could never do nothing up in that bitch. I swear to God, once that shit happened. That's why I was like, yeah, this ain't paying for me to stay in this long. Then I got deployed.
So they was trying to make sure nobody had weapons on that base at all, huh?
Brass, nigga, everything had to be accounted for. Not that.
And that was the dumbest shit ever, because he used a fucking weapon that he bought himself and ammo he bought himself.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
Yeah.
Can't you just go to the store and buy? Like, they checking y'all when you walk on the base?
It was the typical military overreaction.
Absolutely.
They literally shut down an entire base for a $3,500 pair of fucking PVS 14s that are missing.
Bro, have you ever seen them lock down a whole goddamn base for some plates being missing? Plates.
That's ludicrous, dude. I can buy plates on Temu.
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
I know.
The 25th ID locked down for motherfucking plates, dog.
That's ridiculous.
So, I mean.
Is body armor illegal in Hawaii
plates,
for civilians? That's why. That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh God, man, it's in fucking 6 hours, dog. 6 hours for some fucking plates, bro.
Oh, dude, in Iraq, there was a 58D pilot who was out flying around. He got shot at. Right? One was under goggles and the other one had his goggles up. And he turned his head and it knocked the goggles off, and they fell out the helicopter. Over the next 2 days, dude, they lost 2 fucking aircraft and 4 people looking for those fucking goggles.
Stop lying.
Them goggles.
No, I'm serious.
Hey, them goggles.
I am completely fucking serious.
Those goggles are expensive, sir.
Sir, they're $9,000.
I know how much they are. I just
they ain't worth 258 Deltas and 4 fucking pilots.
Yes, it is, sir.
No.
According to the military, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Shit.
Well, man, you know the soldier's always expendable. You know that for sure, right?
Yeah, but that fucking helicopter ain't. That's for damn sure. Because guess what they lost with those? Guess what they lost with those 2 aircraft and those 4 pilots? 4 more pair of goggles.
That's a fact.
Plus their weapons. I mean, it was just fucking ludicrous, dude. They was just stuck on stupid instead of just writing them the fuck off and charging a guy for them.
Oh, I'm back.
It ain't like you can't buy this shit on the internet. It's some super secret shit.
Mayo, our 20-year friend, literally sent me some coins today, because all my coins are gone and shit.
Oh damn.
Yeah, all my coins are gone. My flag and everything's gone. So where's my fucking camera at? Oh, Jesus Christ. Bill and Colleen. I'm not gonna say your last name, but they sent me some 50th anniversary AFFTC, the C-17 bomber coin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Motherfuckers don't know what it is, but I love coins, so I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, I like this shit. So I'm gonna start collecting again. So they sent me my first 2, which is cool, and the B-21 Raider. Yep.
Shit, man. I'll go through mine and give you all the ones I got as a contractor.
No. You good? You're good. This is for Northwood and Gungram. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
The only ones I find real valuable is the ones that were put in my hand specifically.
Absolutely.
By the person that awards a coin. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
those are the ones that really mean something.
Yeah. Like well, I didn't get a presidential one, but I got a 4-star general coin.
Yeah.
Shoemaker, he gave me his in Afghanistan for assisting Marines with everything they needed before they went out to go out there. I was the #1 goddamn rated goddamn logistician out there. Y'all ain't know that. I got shit done. That's what I do. And I was doing all the motherfucking transportation. That shit was fun. Yeah, that's right. Most people don't understand how, you see a motherfucking MRAP go up in the air, it's crazy.
Yeah, to watch a 20-ton vehicle fucking flying through the air.
Like it ain't nothing. All right, let's finish this up. We got, 2 minutes left of this shit?
Critics call it an attack on judicial independence. Supporters say it's about keeping unelected judges from stopping the will of the voters.
Absolutely.
Either way, it's a change that's going to have long-term effects. And here's the final piece. The debt ceiling has been raised by $4 trillion. That's the cap on how much money the government can borrow. It had to be done to keep the country from defaulting, but it sparked criticism, especially from those worried about the growing national debt. Some lawmakers are calling it fiscal hypocrisy, saying we're spending money we don't have to fund tax cuts that benefit the rich. Others argue it's a necessary step to keep
it ain't had nothing to do with benefiting the fucking rich, you goddamn moron. You're a fucking moron. But I will... Stupid motherfucker. This is why...
And if it does benefit the rich more, it's because they pay more in taxes.
Well, that's
the only fucking reason.
But that's not even a net benefit because they still have
to... Oh, I know.
Whatever. Let's continue.
The economy stable and follow through on campaign promises. So what does this all mean for you? Well, if you're a senior on a fixed income, the extra deduction might help, but rising costs for healthcare could offset that. If you're relying...
It's always rising costs for healthcare, you fucking idiot.
On Medicaid or SNAP, you may face stricter rules or lose coverage altogether. And if you're younger and trying to plan ahead, the long-term debt and healthcare cuts could reshape what retirement or government support looks like when you get older. It's a complicated system. Some will gain from it. Others might struggle more. And most of us will feel it one way or another, whether through our taxes, healthcare, or just the way public programs work. Let me know what you think in the comments.
That's what everybody though. Ain't that with everything?
Yes, and that's my complaint. How the fuck can you say some shit like that when literally everyone doesn't feel the shit the same fucking way, right? I'm not gonna feel it the same way you're gonna feel it, LA. And the thing about this, how can you say that when all of us face different? Like, if I never go to the fucking hospital, do I have rising bills of fucking Medicare and Medicaid? No, because I don't have it. I don't have to have it. It's not I'm not being forced like underneath the Affordable Care Act to have it. If I never go to the hospital,
and Social Security was never meant to be your be-all, end-all retirement income.
Yeah.
It was never its purpose. Just like SNAP was never meant to feed every meal to your kids.
No, but I don't know why people think that it is. Even the food program for what the fuck you call it? Goddamn for kids that go to school. What is it called? Goddamn.
Free
lunch and reduced lunch. That's not a guarantee for you. But why do they think it should be? I don't know why people think it should be a guarantee. Ever since fucking COVID, it's been like guaranteed that these motherfuckers get free lunch and all this other shit. I still had to pay, but the point was, it's not a guarantee.
No, sir. Free lunch is always a guarantee for if your parents didn't make enough money.
Yeah.
But
it was going to be a guarantee every year.
They had to meet a standard. They had to meet a standard, right?
Yeah, once you met that standard, it was guaranteed you was getting it.
Yeah, but
that was from
I don't meet
Your
that
local
standard,
school
goddamn
district
it.
decided on that shit.
I don't meet that goddamn. No, it wasn't. It was a state. I don't meet that standard, nigga. I gotta pay for shit. This is some bullshit. I'm with OG. I'm sick of paying for motherfuckers, man. This is some bullshit. And
I got free lunch all the way through school. What we doing here?
I bet you did. You half of it. Oh no, you a fool, nigga. Never
You
mind.
still brought a school and food to school with you, a spoon and food with you, sir. Every day at the bus stop.
That's crazy.
You ate your yogurt and then you went and got a free breakfast at school.
Yes, that's how we
And
did.
that's why you was a husky kid, John. You had 2 breakfasts.
No, sir. I was never husky, sir. Never husky.
You a husky fat fuck man? What are you talking about?
I'm saying I said I was never husky. Never husky then back then.
Oh, okay. That's what you rolling with? That's what you rolling with?
I don't think you understand what never means. Never
I was saying never in the past. Okay, in the past, I was never husky. In the past.
So yesterday?
Yeah.
In the high school, in middle school era, I was never husky. Okay. Well, even elementary.
Okay.
Stop saying never. Just say you was not. Never negates everything you say. Just stop it. Kill it.
You are correct. I just got that. You are correct, sir. You are correct.
I kept trying to tell you, sir. You killed me. Killing me.
All right. So,
I didn't catch I was saying it, but you are correct. I did say never.
All right, we got this Warnock shit. I don't know if y'all heard about this. They said Trump's big ugly bill. This is coming from NBC News, my good people. So we're going to look at this and see what the fuck they're talking about.
And joining me now is Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia. He's the author of a new children's book. We're in this together, Leo's Lunchbox, a story about sharing. Senator Warnock, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Good morning. Great to be here with you on my way to church.
Well, thank you for stopping by. I know church is the highest priority, but thank you for making us a priority as well. We appreciate it. Let's start right off where I was talking with the speaker. One of the big issues in what is now officially called the Big Beautiful Bill Act is, of course, Medicaid. And he makes the argument people should have to work in order to get Medicaid benefits.
So, do you think people should have to work to get Medicaid benefits? That's a question.
Yes, sir.
If you're young and able, yes, you should.
Okay, so what age do you cut it off? Oh,
retirement age.
They qualify for Medicare, sir.
Which is, I think it should be one whole damn thing, but I don't think there should be two different fucking things.
I think there should be, sir.
Okay, why?
Because the old people paid for that.
Kingdom-minded said greasy lighter Warnock.
So the reason why I say it shouldn't be a difference is because it doesn't really matter what you call the fucking program. You're still taking the same pot of money and putting it into a different named entity that can be stolen from as well. So, and to me, it doesn't really matter what you call it. It's still gonna be the same.
Just because you change the name of it, I mean, you can steal from any. Look at what they just discovered with Snap.
That's what
$66 million.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I say it should be one goddamn program. So, I mean, you should know once you hit a certain age, you should qualify for not having to pay anything. That's a certain age. That's not just age requirement. You don't have to fucking have separate things. Just have age requirement. Just have an age requirement, motherfucker. You gotta pay until a certain amount of time, and then from there you'll have it for free.
Yeah, but there's adults that need Medicaid.
Okay. What if you have it underneath one program, whether it's Medicaid, Medicare, whatever you want to call it?
Then you can't have an age on it, Tom.
Yes, you can. You can always have an age on it. Always have an age on it.
So the 22-year-old retarded people ain't gonna get it no more then.
No. Just hear me out, man.
This is why the age thing doesn't work, and why the same program thing doesn't work, Tom.
Why? So you telling me there's no age restricted programs?
No, sir. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Medicaid is an age restricted program.
Okay, cool.
Medicare is not.
Okay. So if I say we're going to combine these together and still say once you hit Medicaid, once you reach the age of, 65? No, 50, 65, right? Or is it 55?
62.
Okay, 62. At the age of 62, from there on out, you get free shit. You get this free shit. What does it change for the rest of everyone?
The retarded guy that can't work doesn't get fucking doesn't get medical treatment.
No, they're still getting medical treatment. We're just putting at
How?
this age, you're
How?
getting free shit. That's all it's on.
So the retarded guy that can't work, if he can't pay for it, can't get care.
Oh, you're talking about the retarded person. The retarded person is gonna. You have exemptions for that. We have exemptions for everything, Mayo.
It's called throw them in a river.
That's why they used to kick them motherfuckers in the hole, nigga.
That's an easy way to take care of that problem.
Throw them in the river.
That's a fact. That's fucked up, man.
It's like in public kid.
I'm telling you why they used to kick motherfuckers in the holes. God damn it.
There's no need to have the LA around right to today. No need for him at all.
Oh wow. That's how you doing it? That's how you doing it. God dog, what am I doing? But no, I still think as long as you age restrict, it still can be the same program. And you have exemptions for the motherfuckers that need the exemptions, just like they do with Social Security. They have Social Security and they have SSI, still underneath the same.
That shouldn't exist.
I get
Social Security disability should not exist.
I get you. I understand that. I'm 100% with you on some of that, not all of it, but some of it. Now, it's still
that's the problem. It's insolvent. Is because they've been using the people who's been paying into its money for their old age care to give to young people who claim they're retarded.
Well, it's not even the ones that claim retarded. It's the ones that say I'm depressed and I'm going to give you money for being depressed.
Oh, it's the trannies, it's the alcoholics, it's the drug addicts.
Hey, there we go. When we stop labeling everything a fucking illness and just say what it is, a choice that you chose, besides being fucking mentally retarded and all that other shit, I get that. Just saying that even paraplegic or whatever the fuck it is, where all your fucking shit is fucking fucked up, or you have 2 arms and you don't have no legs. Wait, if you have a disability,
but Tom, it's not LA fault that his dad's sperm was old when he had him.
That's a hell of a thing.
Are y'all done? Are you two niggas done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue with these liberals.
What's wrong with that argument? Why shouldn't people have to go to work in order to get Medicaid?
Good morning again to you and your audience. Listen, I am a big advocate for work. I have a fierce work ethic.
No, you're not.
It was something passed on to me by my late father, who was a preacher and a junk man. And every day, you know, he was picking up old junk cars from our family. And on Sunday morning, the man who picked up cars that have been thrown away picked up people who've been thrown away.
Smoke crack.
And this is what this legislation does, that they're trying to do. They're going to throw poor people away. I believe in work. And I recently released a study in Georgia that shows that this work.
So let me stop right there. So I like what he said. He said they're going to throw poor people away. You know, if you throw those fucking illegal immigrants and so-called illegal immigrants out the motherfucking country, guess who can work? Matter of fact, there was the biggest raid here in Tampa, Florida last weekend, where they got 100 illegals at a fucking job site. They got 100 illegal immigrants at a job site, and now guess what you just did? You just opened up 100 jobs for legal and born here Americans. Motherfuckers don't understand that philosophy. If you allow legal Americans to work, you won't have these problems. What is up there, King Beans of Nigeria?
Man, what you want, man? You ain't over here kicking the ballistics, G.
The fuck?
Nah, I mean.
Nah, I don't know none of that shit. I don't know what none of that shit mean. Are you in favor of people working, Beans?
What?
Are you in favor of people working?
That's the wrong link, man. I'm trying to find the right link because this is obviously the wrong link. What the fuck are you asking me?
That's actually a basic question because they're saying that people that throwing people away is what the Republicans are trying to do, and you would be kind of agreeing with them, right? That's what Republicans want to do: throw people away, throw poor people away, not regular people, but poor people.
What you mean, throw them away?
I don't know. That's what your senator likes to say. So I mean, he's not your senator technically, but you believe in a Democrat way. So I was.
I couldn't hear you say that a little bit louder, conservative.
Every day, you know, he was picking up old junk cars to feed our family. And on Sunday morning, the man who picked up cars that have been thrown away picked up people who've been thrown away. And this is what this legislation does that they're trying to do. They're going to throw poor people away. I believe in work. And I recently released a study in Georgia that shows that this work reporting requirement, because that's what we're talking about, not work requirements, work reporting requirements is very good at kicking people off of their health care. It's not good at incentivizing work at all. There's something wrong-headed about this kind of view of poor people, of working class people, that somehow they don't want to go to work. We have seen this failed.
Okay, so if you're in favor, I'm gonna put to it. If you're in favor of people working, usually when they work, they work for over 6 months for a company. I don't even know. I think it's 3 months maybe that they actually are offered health care. Would you be in favor of that, Beans?
Man, I don't know what you're asking me. I'm not even being facetious. I don't even know what you're asking me.
Would you be in favor of people getting health care after working for 3 months? Because he said it's people who work usually get kicked off of health care. Do you agree with that?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you saying that through the company?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I ain't never been on no job long enough to even inquire about that type of stuff. You know, I had 401ks and didn't even know about it. So I honestly don't know, man. In my opinion, I believe healthcare should be free anyway, right? For all the citizens anyway. So that's just my opinion on that.
Okay.
I definitely don't think if getting it through the company means that the company has to pay for it, then no, I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay. So are you in favor of having a safety social net for illegal immigrants?
Well, of course not, because you just said they're illegal.
Or even legal ones. I don't give a fuck. You know me. There's no difference in my book.
Well, I mean, so no. Because I don't really care about immigrants, legal or not. I think everybody that has come to this country probably since 1977 need to go back to where they came from.
Since when? Say it again. What year?
1977. And why don't you tell whoever that is to mute up? It's just sounds reckless on YouTube with all that noise in their background.
I don't even know who it is. I can't see. Is that John the Baptist? John the Baptist, you over there?
That's probably me.
Oh, okay.
No, sir, that's not me. That's the only shit you don't say.
It was me.
I was just asking. This nigga got goddamn Speedway and shit.
You should have knew it was him. His name is in the name. L.A. Loud ass. Right, go ahead.
Fuck you, bitch.
Hey man, listen. So I didn't say this the last time, but I don't really do the bitch thing, bro. So that's like with me, I don't really do that, bro, because I don't want nobody to get comfortable with that shit. So let's just chill on that shit, bro.
What's the difference?
I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's gonna be two midgets fighting. I get it. Yeah. We like to see that.
Hold on. You can't call Beans a midget. Cause Beans is 5'9".
Oh, shit like that.
He's 5. So that means he's not a midget.
Roll the shit out of Beans tip. Damn.
Well, no, sir. I'm defending myself.
Crazy.
I'm defending myself.
Wow, That's great.
OG, you let that shit go, OG?
That's
Bro,
great.
you didn't even used to
Man,
be
y'all
like
let that
this.
shit go. All y'all niggas still shorter than me.
That's a whole fact.
That nigga said Beans is tall. He not short.
No, sir. I wanted to defend my height. Yeah, I defended my height.
My T Jones is taller than most of y'all niggas up here, but on me and Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
What we talking about?
LA used to be mad quiet back in the day. He used to be like this.
Yeah.
Now, he done been hanging around Uncle T too long. And now he don't know how to not roast people.
Shit, nah, this nigga been roasting since the day I met him.
That motherfucker
Nah, you
used to be
right. He
quiet
was
as a
quiet in the
church mouse.
motherfucker. He was quiet then.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to roast people all the time. What are you talking about?
No, but when you first came up here, he was quiet. Just like when you first went on goddamn Fight Club, your ass was quiet, nigga.
Ooh, he got me up out of there, bro.
Remember he was trying to make you mad to get you to say some shit?
Nah,
Yeah.
No, but okay.
That shit was funny as hell.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's fucking
what is
Hold on. We gotta respect the money over here. Mama says, put LA old retired arse in time out. I'm tired of him trying to send me send me out on an iceberg. Jeez. That's what I'm talking about. Get your fuck ass up out of here, puss ass little boy. We ain't playing that shit. Yeah. Thank you, Mama, for sitting this nigga in timeout, nigga.
Ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail.
That's a whole fact. Your ass in jail for 10 minutes, dog. What we doing here? You in time out, nigga. Okay, Beans. I rock with you, right? But I'm in the sense of I don't think fucking healthcare should be free.
Well, I know that. It's just that you can't substantiate any arguments.
Yes, I can.
Like
Yes, I
you
can.
can't produce any arguments to substantiate any of your
Yes, I
points.
can. Yes, I can. You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'll wait.
All right. Who's gonna pay for the doctors?
The entire country, I guess.
No. That's not how that works.
So how does it
who's
work?
gonna pay for private fucking doctors? Because that's what they are. They don't work for the government. So you can't say the government's gonna force these doctors to work. Who's gonna pay for them?
Right, but I'm saying, why couldn't we have medical facilities? Same way, like
they got to be owned by the government, right?
Wait, who owns the police?
The states and the cities and the local municipalities.
Right. So police, firemen, doctors. What's the difference?
Doctors are not paid for by the state or the
Right,
city
you're saying
or
what
the
it's
local.
not.
Yes.
But
So
what
I'm asking you, is that the way you want it? Do you want hospitals to be government ran?
Well, yeah, it would make more sense for it to be done that way.
Okay.
So who gonna pay these taxes?
No. Hold on. So you are in for a tax increase, is what you're saying?
No, I'm in for less spending on other dumb shit.
Okay, that doesn't mean that tax is not going to increase just because you don't spend on other shit.
Even if it did.
Okay, so you are in favor of tax increases.
Yes, even if you say it did.
Okay,
but that's what I'm saying. You're going straight to that instead of talking about let's take some of this money from this other place.
That's what it's going to be. I'm not even talking about that because
Not necessarily.
What's not necessarily?
It wouldn't be that, bro. It's only set like that, bro. Because think about it, if the government can set everything else at a price like they do the police officers, they should be able to do the medical field the same way.
Well, they don't set the police officers at a certain price. Each police department make different amounts of money.
Okay, well, Tom is still set, sir. What are we talking about? Just because it's in different states don't mean that each state is different, sir. So each state is not equal all the way around. I get that part, but if you go to Texas, it's going to be different from New York. So if you're a doctor in New York, your pay is going to be different from a doctor in Texas, or a person that's in Oklahoma, or a person that's in a bullshit ass little small town.
So what
we
y'all
understand?
So let me ask you a question. Okay, go ahead.
My question is, so you want them to be civil servants?
Yes.
So they want to. So are y'all playing? So you're paying for their college as well?
Yes.
No.
You see how fast it's adding up?
No, I don't, because he forgot something. Remember, a few minutes ago, I just told you I thought education should be free.
Okay, so who pays for them to go to school? Now you see, you gotta have all these.
I'm cool
you
with
have
that.
all these people that gotta do things, right? So if
Cool
we're
with that.
okay,
That's why I keep telling you, I'm cool with that. You
Who
keep
gonna pay
making
for
it seem like this is what you doing. You making it seem like that extra $1.27 out of my check every week is gonna make me mad, and it's not.
It's $1.27.
Well, you already said you're going to work 6 months out of the
I
year.
know it's gonna be small, right? Because you're gonna have more. You're talking about more people working, more people being able to afford to work, right? More
so
people
you're saying
working.
more people working? That's what you're saying? You think more people work just because?
More people working, right? So now you're gonna be able to have more people who being taxed, right? So that's what I'm saying. That money ain't gonna be a whole
makes no sense.
lot.
Which makes you think that more people will work? You can't even substantiate that more people will work.
Absolutely can substantiate.
How?
Because they would have, because the price of other things would go down.
Like what? Because
we're doing common sense here.
You understand that right now what you're saying is absolutely false, because in other countries that are actually doing it the way you're talking about, their shit is high as fuck.
Yeah, but so is their income.
No, it's not. Ooh, wow, that's false.
What are you talking about?
Bullshit.
That's false.
We always talk about America as the richest country, but you do know in these places.
I didn't say America was the richest country. Not one time
I
I've
didn't
ever
say
said that.
You said anything.
Well, don't put that whole we thing, because we
if
don't talk about it.
You invited me to Charlie Kirk this thing. I don't want to do that, bro.
Oh, okay.
Have a conversation. I don't want to. I'm tired. I don't feel like I don't have the energy.
Oh, you don't have the energy to debate today? That's crazy.
I don't mind debating, but
That's
debating don't mean we over talk each other.
I'm not over talking you. I'm asking you a question.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this. From what I seen, and I had the meme, I probably still got it. We say that America is the richest country, but it's other countries where the individuals are actually making more money per capita.
Are they? Do they have the same social safety nets?
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna pretend like I know, but I would assume that they're paying more in taxes and shit, though. You see what I'm saying? Even though they making more money, I would assume that they're probably also paying more in taxes to cover shit that's there. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be mad if they taking another $1.27 out of my check. I'm not gonna care.
You understand that most countries that we're talking about don't even come close to half of our fucking country. Not one of them comes to the size of our country, as well as the amount of people in this country, legally and illegally. So just to say that you think that more people will fucking work, it just doesn't make sense, because right now they're afforded the opportunity to work right now, and they don't. So
Bro,
just
you
because
say that all the time, you say that all the time, but you say that all the time, but what you don't take into account, because you don't care, because you're a conservative douchebag.
This is like you're a liberal puss.
They can't. Nobody should have to work for the amount of money that these people be willing to pay folks, while all around you they keep inflating the cost of everything.
So tell me what country where they make this millions of dollars. Or
we don't have to,
even hundreds of thousands of dollars that you keep saying that these people are making so much more money.
That's disingenuous, because nobody said that.
You did say that they're making more money.
I did say per capita they're making more money.
Per capita. What per capita means shit. I like raw numbers. Let's go to raw numbers.
But I never said 100,000. I never said what they.
Well, let's go with 60,000. God damn it.
Well, I know. I think places like Denmark is probably like 70. I think. I think I still got this meme.
How many people are in Denmark compared to our states?
A whole lot less.
What is a whole lot less? What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm answering your question. It's a whole lot less.
You like to use Google like a motherfucker. Use Google.
You can make your point. It's a whole lot less.
Okay, so So, in other words, like I said before, you can't even speak to that if these motherfuckers are literally don't have as much people as we have, as much land mass that we have, how much shit structures that we have to support to say that these motherfuckers will work. If they're afforded the right now to work per capita, why don't they work per capita? We wouldn't have all this problem if motherfuckers able bodies was just working.
No, that's dumb as hell.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell. So it's a reason why they keep pretending that there's a necessity for them to import immigrants into the country to work jobs. Why is that?
Because motherfuckers ain't working.
Yes, but why do they need the immigrants to come do it?
Well, you know better than me. I don't like immigrants.
Yeah, because the same reason why they imported the manufacturing jobs overseas, because the motherfuckers will work for less.
So, in other words, if you're not for motherfucking illegal immigrants coming here, don't you think that will force them to raise the wage?
What will force them to raise the wage?
If they can't get these legal immigrants to work for free or work for less money.
Well, yeah, but that also will. They're also going to inflate the prices of everything as well.
Okay, so name the inflation that's been going on with prices. Because I've heard this plenty of times, but no one can substantiate the inflation of prices.
What the hell are you talking about?
Just because you say it's an inflation doesn't mean it's an inflation. People say that it's an inflation in prices, but when you look at the year over year, grocery stores are fucking losing money on things. And it might be an inflation for like 10 cents. It's not a lot of money. They don't make a lot of money. So what is the inflation that you're talking about?
The grocery chains don't make a lot of money?
No.
So wait, I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. I want to make sure I understand.
Listen, like they said, year over year, grocery stores don't. People keep saying that. That's why they said the whole problem with Trump shit was, we're gonna fucking do this and that with the fucking groceries. We're gonna. They wanted to motherfucking stop the not Trump. Goddamn, Kamala Harris wanted to stop the fucking price gouging. But she can't even fucking name which companies were price gouging and what stores were price gouging. So they keep saying that. Now I understand that there be price gouging when events happen. I'll give you that. There do be some price gouging, but that's up to the goddamn state to tell these motherfuckers, hey, you'll be fined out of the wazoo for price gouging, which happens here in Florida every fucking year. So motherfuckers don't price gouge.
Okay. So just so I can make sure the audience know that you're full of shit.
I'm full of shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this question. Some years ago, 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Oh, I'm not talking about 30, 40 years ago. I wasn't even born 40 years ago. Well, I might have been. 40 years ago I was. Go ahead. I don't know nothing about something when I was 3 years old.
12, let's say a carton of eggs, 12 eggs, was 39 cents. Right now, they're about $5. Why is that? Short answer, one reason.
Short answer, one reason: more people here in America.
Okay. So again, what I'm trying to tell you is this.
Let me give you more since you want some more substantiation.
I already asked you for one. You gave it to me, right?
Well, there's more people here in America, and also the OSHA and every damn thing else. The fucking what do they call it? The goddamn what is it called? Not overseers, but goddamn procedures and all that shit that they got to go through just to motherfucking make it to market or whatever else is way more than what it was back then.
So,
and that costs. People gonna. That's how you get more jobs out there.
There's a couple of reasons that you guys never ever talk about because you're capitalist douchebags.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't ever want to bring them up, right?
Go ahead.
And I'm not even gonna pretend like I can explain them thoroughly, but like I said, I have been collecting videos to chop y'all heads the fuck off whenever y'all
chop them off. We like it chopped off.
So here's the thing. First of all, you just started off with this premise with about the illegal immigrants.
Let's
Not
just talk
talking
about the
none of the
eggs.
motherfuckers
Let's just
here,
talk
right?
about the
So
eggs.
absolutely. So if we remove them, what I'm saying is this: if you go back into a time and space where there was less people here, somehow the eggs cost less.
Don't forget the way more goddamn procedures and policies that are put in place that they have to go through just to bring it to market.
Right. Mm-hmm. Cool. Let's just say I agree with you.
I'm sure. I don't know.
The fact of the matter is this: if we get rid of the quote unquote illegal immigrants,
plus
and like I said, I'm in
favor of
getting rid of immigrants in general, but if we get, let's say we get with them, because that was the start of your premise, right? And then let's
we
say
were just talking about the eggs. That's what you brought up. Was the eggs? Explain to me why the eggs are fucking. Why they shouldn't be? Why they should cost? What'd you say? $1 or some shit?
Yeah, I said they might have been like 39 cents.
Okay, 39 cents. Go ahead.
Some crazy price back in the day versus what they are now, right?
But I don't know what back in the day was, but then if you want to do that,
it was just a random ass number, right?
Okay.
You know, whenever you watch all them old ass black and white TV shows,
I don't watch black and white, so I only deal with color.
Right, absolutely. So what I'm saying is this: if you because you saying how it's price gouging, and I asked you guys,
it's not price gouging.
Well, yeah. And you saying, well, it's more people, right?
Sure.
So let's say I agree with you that that's the reason why is that eggs cost so much more now.
It's a starter reason, yes.
Okay, so if we remove the people, will the price of eggs go
down? Depends on the need and the want for it too. I don't eat eggs so like that, so I don't. Cool. I don't give a fuck. I don't eat eggs like that. But
the higher the demand, the higher the cost.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Just because the higher demand don't mean that the cost is going go up either. The cost should go down depending on the cost of the higher the demand too. There is a lot of ways that you can look at it. It goes different ways too. It depends on the item. It depends on the place. It depends on the different shit. So yeah.
So this is the position that I look at it from, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem with capitalism and with America is the fact that the point of business is to generate money, and the point of capitalism is to make more money. The same money ain't good enough, so you got to make more money. Whatever you made last year, you need to make more of that the next year.
More companies take a loss year over year. What are we talking about?
Because most companies are small businesses.
Whatever you want to, whatever excuse you want to make.
But see, that's what I'm saying. See how that's not an excuse? You see how I'm actually responding to what you said?
But that is an excuse. That is an excuse.
It's not an excuse because you're speaking as if these businesses that are super small, right? Mm-hmm. that don't even really get to practice the actual art of capitalism. They don't have the resources or the revenue or the capital or the I'm talking about the people, the consumer base to practice what we're talking about, which is the greed of capitalism, right? So what I'm saying is,
I'm not talking about the greed of anything. You're talking
about though, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm addressing that, but then you bring up people who don't even get to practice what I'm talking about.
No, I brought up reality. Reality is most companies literally have a loss, and that's even most major companies have a loss too, because that's a way to fucking use it in their taxes to have a loss. So a lot of major companies take a loss as well.
So you saying they lying?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so then it ain't a real loss. So again, irrelevant for you to bring it up.
It's not irrelevant. It's just part of
it. They fucking lying about the loss that they ain't actually taking.
A lot of companies take a loss every year. That's what I said. I said majority of businesses take a loss every year. Not every year, but enough years, and then they start making a profit, and then they go back to doing the same shit. It's a revolving door of loss, profit, loss, profit, loss, profit.
I mean, Beans, you keep using this word capitalism. Can you define it, sir?
Absolutely not. So, what I'm trying to get you to realize is this, though. I could be dead wrong about this.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
But I believe even if you remove the people, the price of eggs wouldn't go down because now
I believe I can fly.
You're gonna have to get people to work, right? And then the wages are gonna go up. So this is what I've heard from people who know better than me. That if you remove, because they make this argument, you know what it is, Uncle T? They make this argument when they're trying to get women to get out of the workforce, right? They're like, yo, men will make more money if there wasn't so many women in the workforce, right? So, like, the thing is yes, if you remove the women or you remove these immigrants from the workforce, then yes, now the wages will go up. But with the wages going up, I think that's going to either maintain or even increase more what the cost of eggs would be, because to my point, businesses aren't actually about taking losses. It's about making more than what they made last year. So whatever they made this year, they're trying to find a way to make more next year.
Yeah, but you shouldn't address the issue that most majority of businesses take losses.
And that has zero to do with capitalism, sir.
It has everything.
Zero. Nothing to do with capitalism.
It has everything to do with that.
No, it doesn't, sir, because you don't even know the definition, so how can you say that?
So that's a waste of time.
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do.
Okay. Right. All right, let's listen to this Negro talk and say his shit.
Yeah, when you get through
Spearmint,
I want to get back to the eggs.
Well, fucking go ahead and talk about these eggs, OG.
I ain't want to go let you do
that. We on the eggs. No. Listen, we on the eggs right now. Tell me about these eggs, nigga.
So why y'all did? I heard something and I seen something in the chat. They was talking about regulations. Do y'all really believe the regulations was?
Go ahead.
Do y'all really believe that the regulations was stopping the growth of everybody getting able to get eggs and the price going up?
No.
Yes, sir.
Not completely.
We got a yes. We got a yes and a no. Go ahead. Y'all figure it out before I say what I'm going to say.
Not completely. That's my answer. Yeah. It's not completely. But go ahead. Sure, I'll go with yes.
Bro, y'all niggas is talking at the same time. Can y'all figure out which one of y'all gonna answer the question? One of y'all said no, one of y'all said yes. I'm just trying to get y'all to say what y'all gonna say before I say something. I don't want to cut you guys off. I mean, that's what y'all cutting each other off. I couldn't even understand what you just got through saying. I heard one person say no, one person say yes.
Mayo says yes, and my answer is just not completely. I think there's a multitude of reasons why shit either goes up or it's harder to come to market. Sure. But regulations is a part of it.
You talking about the price of stuff?
Yes. I guess that's what we're talking about. Are you talking about the price?
Yeah, because I was worried about the eggs, bro. And so I'm trying to figure out, okay, man, what was you saying about the regulations, bro?
They increased the cost of everything farmers have been producing.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk to Bing's point real quick before I hop into the regulations part. So Bing's part of it is if the market was open, then you wouldn't have a shortage of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The market is set with the companies that again apply the regulations for the small people. They can't sell the eggs everywhere. Like they can't get them inside the store, right? Because they have a market on them. You talking about the losses of what they take. Most of these companies, again, don't matter if they just producing just regular grains or anything, they take a bigger loss than they do a profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't do that if they wasn't over exuding themselves to have extra product. The extra product is not getting shipped out because they want to corner the market. So they lose more or somewhat of what they produce out. Right? Mm-hmm. It didn't happen like that when you look at the flip side when everybody was doing it. It was a standard of everybody could make a little bit of money. The problem is you can't make the money when you have a big company that's going to stop the little person from coming up. Basically what podcast was saying. But we're saying it's not.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying it's levels to it, I guess you could say. Is that what y'all saying?
Well, when the president called for people to motherfucking literally kill chickens,
what is it? Regulations.
But that has nothing to do with
the price of it.
With the regular, no, that has nothing to do with the regular person that's consuming the shit. It only has to do with the companies, bro. That's Tyson and all them motherfuckers they grow the guy. I got motherfucking chicken coop things behind me, nigga. Like, come on, bro. These motherfuckers, bro.
No, but how do they do that? LA or OG? How do they do that?
Sorry, whatever the regulations they have, sir.
You do, but you do know.
So they use the regulations,
right?
So they use the regulations, right? That they have lobbied Congress to pass to cut out the little guy.
So they can make, again, to Bean's point, so they can make more money, which I told him no.
Yeah. See how I didn't even
bro. How would that not work though? What would you remove from the process for that not to work?
Okay. Open the market back up. We keep on talking about how high eggs is. Only people that's producing these motherfuckers is making them high. I produce eggs. Mama produce eggs. We can sell them, sir. The problem is we can't get them inside of a store because of the paperwork and all the stuff you got to go through to be. That's bullshit, sir. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that fucks and that's what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to disagree with you, bro. I was trying to tie with you and Beans. It's basically like we arguing over some dumb shit, bro. Like it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because basically y'all niggas is basically saying the same fucking thing. You're telling him the legal way of doing it. And the only thing he is saying, again, it's these motherfuckers that's doing it. But you're telling him at that point when he say that, no, it's the system that's doing it. Well, it's the same fucking thing because those people put that system in place for that shit to happen.
Well,
yes.
Well, everyone put
that. OG, to your point, that's what Donald Trump's trying to do. He's trying to move some of the regulations that stops that from happening.
That's exactly what he said he was trying to do. He was literally trying to say, well, I'm gonna speak to just the regulation part because Donald Trump said he wants to continue to remove regulations like he did the first term he was in, which is he removed a lot of regulations that makes businesses booms because it floods the market with different types of businesses that people can actually make money. And not only is it actually redistributing wealth, it's technically doing that. When you allow the market to flourish and allow motherfuckers to be able to do business without so many regulations that's going to hinder them from getting into the market, it literally creates new businesses to actually weed out the major businesses.
So, like, if Donald Trump is successful, OG, to your point, if Donald Trump is successful in doing that, people like you will be able to get eggs out of grocery stores if you got no chicken, whatever they demand.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, okay, if you wanted to, I'm saying if you.
No, and that's the falsity of what he's talking about, bro. You're not going to be able to get your eggs inside of the store. What's going to end up happening is, bro, you're going to end up cutting the market, sir.
That's what they have.
And that's the problem.
It seems like everyone forgot. The price of eggs went up when they say there was bird flu. They deleted a lot of chickens and wouldn't allow farmers to sell their eggs.
Yes, that did happen. They did.
So OG, okay.
She had to go through different.
If you remember,
wait. Bird Lady was having the same problem with with her chickens. Where she
then Shomri said, "Just switch to soy pussies."
Anyway, she had problems getting licensed to be able to sell her eggs, so she had to go through a lot of regulation to get her eggs out to where she was going through farmers markets and actually giving eggs away to people that she had done. So that's all I know about that. I'm not an egg person, so I couldn't tell you about everything doing eggs like that because I'm not an egg person. But sure, I there's nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, bro, you got it, bro.
So OG, to your point, OG, I was trying to say, like, I don't know about eggs. I won't even talk about eggs because I don't know about eggs. I don't sell eggs. I know trucking. They say they have to be a trucking.
That's my mic on.
Yes.
So in my industry, it happened to me. They do the big companies. They create these lobbyists who make it harder for little guys to come up. And if you do come up, they buying them out. So that's fun. That's why I thought y'all probably work like the eggs were like if they cut up the local supermarkets. Maybe you could say it's a local supermarket. Well, all that stuff is kind of gone now. There's no local supermarket now.
Welcome to the conversation, John the Baptist. Shout out to you and OG because both of y'all just defined capitalism without me even having to do it.
That's not even the definition of capitalism, but continue.
And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Regardless of what, I understand both sides of it because, I'm also in the logistics business and I already understand how many people, all the regulation that goes in just to have a trucker have to pick up a load.
It's not just that, right? Yeah, when I was a kid, every egg I ate was probably laid within 20, 30 miles of my house by a small producer. Now that shit's got to be trucked 100 miles to the market.
But you
also
know
increasing costs. Because the local producers have been run out of the business by the regulations.
You know what's so crazy, Uncle Tito? To be honest with you, I'm not necessarily anti big business though, right? Like, to keep it a buck with you, I almost prefer it because of the fact that the big business allows for the company to be able to employ more people.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it's
also what a smaller company does, right?
It's a two-headed fucking problem because you have where people that want to come up, they're going to fight against the big companies. Then you got, but they don't employ as many people as the big companies do, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people rather work for bigger companies than little ones, and some people rather work for little companies because they see themselves growing further in the business versus actually just being another fucking number in the fucking company's numbers.
So a person like you, I'm going to live and make a suggestion. Well, observation. I think you would do better working for a small mom and pop personal company. Now that's just my personal observation. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's right. Could be wrong. But from what you talked about in the past, it's like I don't think you.
No, I'm not.
You probably like big business because they employ more people. But it's like you fit better with a small mom and pop place.
No, absolutely. I mean, just even off the strength that for me, I was able to get more jobs with them because they didn't do nationwide background checks. Right? So they only did local background checks. So if I'm here and I don't got no background, I'm good to go. Whereas the bigger company, they're using the machine, right? So they seeing everything you ever been involved in, which gives them more carte blanche to tell you no.
But
right? But I'm saying there was a good thing that you brought up, John, because that is in fact a part of capitalism, which is the fact that these companies have to continue to grow, and they go out of their way to eliminate competitions, right? They do things intentionally to fuck up markets in order to make it difficult for smaller businesses so that they can come along and eat up those smaller companies, right? And so, what's the name of that one motherfucking spot? But think about it like this. So Amazon started off as what? A bookstore or some shit, right?
Online bookstore, yeah.
Look at all the different lanes that it's in now, right? They are in logistics, they in streaming, they make TV shows and shit. Like they in every fucking lane, they got a hand in that. Now,
but here's the problem with that, right? Here's the problem with what you're saying. All that's what you just said is still part of logistics. Everything you just mentioned is still part of logistics, just a different form of logistics. It's all the same. They didn't lose their core value because their core values have always been logistics.
Right, that's cool. They making movies and shit too, though. Right, like they doing all kind of shit now. Is what I'm saying. Right.
All right,
so
cool.
I don't want to argue about every single thing. I just like some shit. I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you that their lane didn't change. Their lane was still the same.
Okay, cool. So I'm wrong. That's fine. But what I'm saying is that okay, cool. To some people, particularly the people in those industries, it's like, damn, right? I gotta compete with this. I gotta go against this. Whatever. You seeing shit starting to fall off a little bit. But yeah, at the same time, it does create. Look what they did with the trucks, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't no big Amazon guy like that. I used it, but not like that. But when I found out what they was doing with the trucks, you know how many people started their own businesses with them trucks to be able to run those loads for Amazon? Like I can't see how that ain't a blessing.
Oh, that's not a blessing. That's a ripoff.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Because you doing whatever you.
He's talking about the local delivery trucks.
Yeah.
People with the Brent trucks, the Brent trucks, the regular vans, all those shit.
It was a $10,000 buy-in for you to get 5 trucks.
Well, what I'm saying though, even for the local people, it's not a good deal for them either. They just don't know it.
Why? Wait, that's what I'm saying. Substantiate that. Don't just
okay. So the number when you look at the numbers they pay per mile and per delivery, you can't. If something go wrong with your truck, your company's gonna go down.
That's a lie.
Okay.
So I'm saying that's I know because I did all the research. I know. So you're lying. See, this is what I'm saying, and I don't mean to call you a liar. I apologize. But I'm saying that's wrong, right? The fact of the matter is that they provide you with the trucks. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And the trucks have a maintenance agreement. So if something is wrong with one truck and that motherfucker is down, you get another truck.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what do you pay? So let me ask you a question. What are you paying for that maintenance agreement?
Yeah, but that's already included. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That all that shit is included in.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You think Amazon is business of making people rich or making themselves rich?
It ain't about people getting rich. That's not the point.
Okay.
That's why I just said, wait, hold on. Stop right there. Because that's why I said, when you said, no, that shit ain't what you think it is. That's why I said that everybody always thinking about fucking being rich. Bro, 97% of the country ain't fucking rich. We could just let that go. It ain't about being rich.
So forget I should have said the word rich. Forget the word rich. Do you think those people out of individual trusts, do you think making the money to be profitable to stay in business?
Absolutely. Because you will never not have a day to run. You're always running all the time. There's never not a time where your trucks will be sitting still. Never. Ever.
Yeah. Okay. There's I don't know the exact numbers for Amazon, but you're proving my point every time you talk about it, right? Because what you're proving to me is if they got to run all the time, they mean they're just above profit level, which means that just above profit, just above being one out of business.
What they're making though, you're assuming.
No, I'm assuming you're correct. I am assuming because I talk to individuals who drive. I go direct numbers.
Wait. Hold on. Let's get this understood. You just said you talk to individuals that drive. I'll give you one opportunity to fix that.
I don't know what I'm supposed to fix. Just tell me. That's
exactly my point. We're not talking about drivers. We're talking about owners. And that's my point. That's what I'm saying. They give you the opportunity to start a fucking business. Right now, if you go online and try to drive for Amazon, I promise you're not driving for Amazon. Not neither one of those websites. I don't give a shit what you want. Indeed, all of them. Nobody. You're not driving for Amazon. You're driving for another company that has a contract with Amazon.
That's correct.
Last one.
Now that part is, I agree with you on that. I'm not agreeing with you on that one.
So what I'm trying to say, John, before we just throw this shit down the toilet, what I'm saying is, I ain't making it like niggas out here making $100,000 a day. I'm not saying that, but they just help a lot of fucking people become business owners, right? And then those people get to employ motherfuckers that they know. Right? So that's two benefits right there. Not to mention the fact your trucks ain't never gotta ever sit on the sideline. It's always some shit to be delivered. Every day, all day. So as long as you can put a body in that seat, your truck will be moving, making you some fucking money. So if you got, I'm gonna tell you, John, the reason why I didn't do it is because again, real capitalism, they wanted you to elevate. They didn't want you to stay at 5 trucks. We're going to start you with 5. Over a certain amount of times, they want you to go to 10. And at a certain amount of time, they want you to hit 20. And that's 20 was the minimum. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing that.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm responsible for 19 fucking trucks. I did.
So let me ask you a question. What's the profit after fuel breakdown and the cost of the truck and everything that's included? What's the profit margin of that truck? That one truck?
I mean, I can't remember that shit, but let's say this. I can't remember it, but John, watch this.
What does
you
it matter?
Say, you asked what's the profit margin, right? Well, watch this. What's the profit margin of you working for a motherfucker and driving a truck? Do you think you're making more money having 5 trucks, 10 trucks, 20 trucks on the road, or you think you'd be making money just driving one truck for somebody else?
Well, so there, I can tell you the truth. You can actually make more money as a truck driver driving somebody else. You can then you having a bad deal with owning 5 or 10 trucks. Which I'm trying to get you with this situation. So what I'm trying to get you with.
Assuming again, John, that's the problem.
I'm dealing with the experience of the business, right? I know that for one, I know one this one individual. There's 5 to 10, there's 5 trucks. Now, you make your money off of value, which you're talking about, off of value. I say that word wrong. Having multiple trucks. But then, if the contract you get though, if the contract you make $1, but it costs you 90 cents to stay in business, well, everything has to go right at that 10-cent margin. Because 90 cents, you're gonna spend 90 cents. Now, you get that 10 cent,
This was frustrating. You saying this, but this is what I don't think y'all be realizing a lot of times. It's fucking irrelevant because you can't substantiate it.
No, I can't.
It's giving us an analogy of something that's irrelevant because we don't.
No, it's not irrelevant. I'm in transportation, bro. I know how this works.
That's not the point. You don't got no trucks for Amazon, so you can't tell us what the money is for them. That's what I'm saying. If you was like, yo, my brother got 5 trucks for Amazon, I'm telling you, he ain't making no money, blah, blah, blah. Then, even though we couldn't necessarily apply that to the
Cool, you're right. I'll back off. You're right. You know what? I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. You're right.
But we could at least be able to say, okay, at least you got something to substantiate the claim. What I'm saying is Amazon would not give up its operations of its fleet to all of these other individuals starting these companies. Everybody, I promise you, go online right now, see any job that's saying come drive for Amazon. It ain't Amazon. It's somebody who started a business and got a contract with Amazon and got some trucks. Now, why the fuck would all these people be doing that shit if it was no money in it? Ain't nobody making no money.
I ain't gonna never say it's got no money in it. So that negates the point that we know people that work.
I never said with no money in it. That's not what I said.
Oh my god. This is a relevant point, right? Because the fact of the matter is everyone makes money that works for Amazon. I don't give a fuck if you make $1 more than what you did before you made money. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about Amazon that much. I really don't care. But the whole, I can see everything everyone's way. Everyone can be right at the same time.
No, everybody can't be right.
Everyone can be right at the same time. Literally.
No.
Why can't they?
No. Sometimes motherfuckers just gotta be able to say, damn, I'm wrong. Or I'm just assuming, and that's okay.
Well, everyone's just a fucking assuming because you can't say that these motherfuckers make money. You can say
I
that.
absolutely can say that they make money because I did all of the research when I was going to start the company for myself.
All right, then cool. And why majority of motherfucking businesses say they get a net loss every year? Majority
what the fuck they got to do with Amazon? You ain't doing it. You doing the same shit he doing.
Because you know why? Because them motherfuckers work for Amazon. Them motherfuckers are contracted with Amazon. So yes, I can still make that statement that 90% of fucking businesses have a net loss every fucking year.
You can't make the statement that 90% of Amazon drivers have a fucking 90% of them have a loss.
I can because they're part of a business, right? So that business that they're under absolutely is motherfucking following a loss.
You think that shit makes sense. As soon as I do this little bit of research and bring up the website that's telling y'all wrong, you gonna skip right past that shit. Nobody ain't gonna say, oh, damn, I guess I was wrong.
The taxes says that. Tax return says that. Businesses tax return says they motherfucking have net losses. Hell, guess what? Kai's business made a net loss last year. Know why? Because that's just good business.
Yes, I know.
Okay, then.
So again, you already admitted that they lied.
You call it live you want to.
What the fuck, man?
That's just creative accounting, Tom. That's just creative accounting.
There you go. So in other words, I still win by saying they made a loss.
No, you don't win.
Absolutely.
No,
but you can just say it wrong.
That there's an actual loss.
I didn't say that. I said they claim a
loss
every year.
Everybody and their mama didn't run out and get these trucks from Amazon just for them to not be making no money.
I don't know anyone. To be honest with you, I don't know a person that did. So I can't say yes or no to it. But again, let's let this motherfucking Negro talk. Cause I'm sick of talking about goddamn Amazon. Amazon ain't paying my motherfucking bills yet. When they do, we can have that argument.
Georgia. We've got over 500,000 people in Georgia who are in the healthcare coverage gap. they are largely the working poor. The governor has put a program in place. He calls it Prosperity to Coverage. You ought to call it, or Pathways to Coverage. You ought to call it Pathways or Blockages to Coverage, because they've only enrolled about 7,000 people. That's pathetic. And the data clearly shows that if you want to get people to work, the way to do that is to provide them just basic health care so that they don't get sick. And what they're trying to do now is take this terrible experiment in Georgia, force it on the whole nation. And what we will see as a result of that is a workforce that is sicker and poorer and an economy that's weaker.
And we should note, actually, that Georgia is the only state.
Do y'all agree with that, what he just said?
Hell no.
Okay, we got one no. OG? OG, I just said that. Mayo?
He just said Georgia did what Trump's trying to do, but Trump's is bad.
Yes. John the Baptist, do you believe that? Okay, I guess John the Baptist left. Beans, do you agree with what he said?
I ain't paying no attention to what he said.
Oh, okay. I guess it don't make sense.
No, sir. I don't believe that if you give all people health care, nigga, and get them nigga that you'll have motherfuckers, you'll have more people working. It's a falsity, sir. I don't know what we listening to, but
that's what he said.
That's what he
bro,
said.
That's what he said, bro. I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe, nigga, if you even if you make hair care free right now, nigga, you not going to get an abundance of people going out and working. He talking about because motherfuckers is sick. Who the fuck is this dude?
He's a senator for Georgia.
Oh yeah, he got a heart. Ain't got time for him. Nigga, it's been plenty of days I didn't want to work. I'm out there making other people sick, nigga. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Hey, OG, I've been going to work and school sick my entire life. What are we doing here?
Okay, this nigga here ought to tell you, these people nowadays, bro, they just too coddled, bro, or something, bro. They don't know what's going on.
Well, according to Beans, Beans believes it. If you give them health care, they'll go work more. That's what Beans said earlier.
Yeah, no. They gonna sit at the house. They healthy, nigga. They get to sit. It's better watching Love and Hip Hop when you healthy than you sick.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Your head don't hurt.
Enjoy it more. Yeah, you enjoy it more.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in what this nigga talking about.
Okay, well, let's continue.
Right now with work requirements. I want to move on to another aspect of this bill. The bill allocates nearly $150 billion towards border security and immigration. Under this second Trump administration, border crossings are at some of their lowest levels ever recorded. Given that most voters, senators, say that this is a top issue, do you support the measures in this bill that would strengthen the border and border security?
Listen, I support strong borders, and we don't want to see people who are criminals, who are committing awful acts, allowed into our country. But what we need is common sense immigration laws in our country. What we are witnessing right now here in the state of Georgia, for example, a young college student who is doing well, has been here.
No one cares. This nigga, why don't you just say you don't agree or you disagree or you agree? I don't know what this whole, I don't give a fuck what that. Go ahead.
Fuck that time. We can't let that nigga go past that. Now my education level is not that high. Please explain to me what the fuck is illegal. What that nigga say? Run that back real quick. He just said 3 words and put them together and made it mean something. That
let's go back to when the nigga started talking.
Immigration something. He said immigration something.
All right.
Since immigration laws in our country, what we are witnessing right now here in the state of Georgia, for example, a young college student who is doing well.
In this bill that would strengthen the border and border security.
Listen, I support strong borders, and we don't want to see people who are criminals, who are committing awful acts, allowed into our country. But what we need is common sense immigration laws in our country. What we are witnessing right now.
Common sense immigration laws. What the fuck is that?
Well, he's kind of correct on that, right? I'm not the
You've
common
been hanging
sense,
around these niggas too much.
not the common sense portion of it, but they need immigration laws. Common sense shit makes no fucking sense. It's just an oxymoron. Because right now, if they said the border crossing has been at the all-time low right now in his second term, that tells you that what he's doing on the border is working. But here's the problem. It's a policy. It's not a law. So until Congress, meaning the House and the Senate, come together and make a fucking law on how this shit is going to be, even though we have immigration law right now that's already on the books, different presidents come in and they just either want to enforce it or don't want to enforce it. So what he's saying is we need immigration law, but none of them are willing to do it. Neither nor Republicans nor goddamn Democrats are trying to put a law in place for fucking immigration to actually be a law, actual new laws on immigration.
Do you want to know the actual meaning of what he said, OG? Because I'll tell you in a simple sentence.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
By mentioning common sense, it's a purposely ambiguous statement designed to trick you into thinking you both believe the same things are common sense.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, it's just saying we can allow a lot of people in here as long as we agree with it. That's what that shit means. As long as they're not a criminal, we'll let them in because it's common sense. Common sense means as long as they're not. Well, I don't believe that because
I know exactly what common sense means. I was just trying to figure out what they have to do with the immigration law.
Not a goddamn
common
thing.
sense immigration law.
Yeah.
It's basically telling me that everybody is supposed to something that we all agree upon, which is going to be the law that we make. Now I'm asking y'all, when you just sat here and said that shit, this nigga just said again, common legal law, illegal law, right? Illegal immigrant law. Come on now, is that a law set for that, or are they just pushing policy? And why the fuck do we care about how many people this nigga didn't let in or let out? He still let motherfuckers in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part I'm not understanding. So we floating over something that's really very, very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would you consider border control?
None. The motherfuckers in this bitch.
Lockdown.
Automatic deportation.
Yep.
And they don't believe in none of this, but it's still they praise it like it's being done. Okay, let's rock with it. You got it. It's this shit that they do, bro. It don't make sense, bro. But I'm the slow person, bro.
But
y'all smarter than me, man. But why y'all get caught up in this?
Oh, I'm not caught up in any of this.
Yeah, I know exactly what bullshit he's doing. Because OG, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Do you think most people believe they have common sense?
No.
If you ask most people they had common sense, would they say yes or no?
They're probably gonna say no.
I didn't see that one coming.
Why would you expect them to say yes?
Because they believe they're smart.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can't argue with that if you're going to say that it's what you think some people are going to say, but I don't think people think that they got common sense. Most people don't know what common sense is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My point exactly. It's purposely ambiguous statement. Designed to think that you and him magically have something in common on what you believe. Because they use the same common sense gun control.
Yes, and if
but you think about what you just. But if you think about what you're just saying, it's not the person that's doing it; it's the people that's saying the shit. Common sense, again, is something that you just got through saying. One person wants another person to believe that they have something and like, right? Mm-hmm. So if you stop it right there, you know what I'm saying, and don't go no farther than that, then the other statement you make behind it wouldn't make no sense. So if I'm going to sit here and say that this person thinks that, again, we have something in common, and you want to stop it right there, and you talk about illegal, this is the point that podcast brought up earlier, illegal immigration, there'd be no reason to ask me a question about that again, or even have it, because it's illegal, something we don't believe in. So if that was a common thing, then everybody would be like, okay, well, if you're illegal, that means you don't supposed to be here. But that's not what we see. What we see is the opposite of that, where they want to make common elite immigration laws, which applies of saying, not what you're saying, is saying the opposite, sir. We're trying to define something and make it into law where we all can say, and it's not going to be that, because again, we don't see illegal immigration as a person being over here legally.
No, we don't. But that's the problem with Congress, is they're not working on the same parameters that we are. They're not.
And she didn't ask him about illegal immigration. She asked him about immigration.
And that's
she asked specifically about the immigration law.
I gotta pull the John. I'm sorry for inserting the word illegal.
No, it's not you.
No, it is me, bro. It is.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry for that, bro, because that messed up the whole conversation.
No,
and my point was
it
going
did.
It
did change it because it's simple.
Just let it go. Just move on. Let me. No, bro. Please don't do that, bro. Don't do this to yourself, bro.
I'm not doing it to nothing.
Do it,
I'm not
bro.
doing it to nothing.
Don't do it.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
Don't do it, bro.
They purposely want to conflate the two.
Yeah,
that's why I told you not to say nothing, bro. Right there. That's the reason why. Because you're not about to say the same thing that was just said to me. What we trying to do?
No, we're not trying to do anything.
Oh, nigga. Oh my God, bro. If you stop talking for a minute, bro, I understand this is a show, bro. But what did you just say a few minutes ago? We trying to do what now?
Conflate? That's what he said?
The what? Yeah, that's what he said. So how am I trying to conflate the two?
He's not talking about you. He's talking about the bitch on the damn screen that was asking the question.
And Mr. Warnock.
Yeah, he's talking about the video. Because they see, if you hear them talk about immigration, they never say illegal immigration. They always say immigration or migrants coming into this country. They don't say illegal migrants or illegal immigrants. They don't want to say illegal. They just say migrants or immigration. They purposely leave the illegal part out because they don't think of crossing the border as illegal, even though there's laws that say it's illegal to cross the border without going to a point of entry. So yeah, that's what Mayo was talking about. Am I right or wrong, Mayo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
God damn. That's why I asked you not to do this shit, bro.
Fucking did it anyway. God damn. I'm the one to put the word in there because I was trying to make a distinction between the two. I understand that these two ignorant motherfuckers on the screen who y'all big the fuck up didn't say it.
Who picked these
So
bitches up?
that's why I asked you not to do that, bro. Like, god damn.
Okay.
That's why I said, like John the Baptist said, I'm sorry for inserting the words that I should have just stuck to that and not try to make my point. I should have just stuck to what the fuck they was talking about, agreed with them.
I think I'm confused. But
you're the only one.
I'm not slamming the desk. It's my dog jumping up here, bro.
I didn't say.
She see. I was talking to Samuel in the chat.
Okay.
He think that people think that I be hitting my desk. My dogs are sitting next to me, so when I start talking, the motherfuckers jump up here on the desk, nigga, with their big ass paws, nigga, and they just be they make everything move. They.
No, you.
Oh no, you good.
Bro, I'm just having no.
We know you're beating your dog.
Y'all niggas be blowing my fucking high, bro. I be trying to get so loaded.
Listen,
and then have to
get
deal
some
with this
more
type
weed
of shit,
in you,
bro.
nigga. Goddamn it, get some more weed in
bro,
you.
I'm about to roll up another, but I got one in my hand and I'm really breaking down some. Like I wasn't expecting to smoke this much. I'm already on my third.
We got him chain smoking, Tom.
God damn it, you need listen. I'm gonna send you some. What kind of cigars you smoke so I can send them bitches to you?
You ain't even got to, bro. You already know I got to deal with them. We keep these, bro. I get a whole carton of these motherfuckers sent to me.
This nigga, I don't know why. Listen, can I just buy you something because I'm your homie?
You don't have to.
That's why I'm like, this is why you don't like niggas, dog.
I have to, bro, because I literally put my hash I literally make hash pre-rolls. All my papers come from one company. I showed y'all the company. Like literally, I don't have to buy cigars like that, but I get cartons. I get like a whole The stack of them, they're like $15 in a pack. If you want to do that, that's all I can tell you. I don't buy a single at a time. I just buy the whole box because I know.
I was gonna buy you the whole box, nigga. God damn.
But you ain't gotta do it, sir, because I'm gonna get it for the.
You know what? I'm sick of this nigga.
In the state of Georgia, for example, a young college student who is doing well, has been here most of her life. She was accidentally picked up in a traffic stop. As it turns out, the police had it all wrong. They had the wrong person. But because of these draconian movements that we're seeing, this kind of singling out and othering people, this college student found herself in the grips of ICE. And now she's trying to navigate her way through the system. I don't believe that the people who voted for me and the people
that would mean she's an overstay or something else if she got to navigate that, because if they were picked her up and something was wrong, it would have been easily fixed. So you're purposely leaving shit out because you don't want to seem like you're stupid. I get it.
And why not blame her parents for bringing her here illegally?
Yeah, well, she probably came up. Let's just go on and say she was a college student that came over here legally with a green card to go to study, and then she was supposed to take her ass back overseas when she got done. Let's just say that. Even still, if there was nothing wrong with what he's saying, she would still be able to get out of the grips of ICE because she would have legal standing. It's as simple as that.
And if this little story he's telling is true, she'd be protected under DACA.
Well, she wouldn't be a DACA because DACA ended a long time ago as far as new entries into the United States.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, so she is fully illegal then.
I'm just saying let's just say she came from fucking England to study here in New York. Yeah.
I don't care where the fuck she came from. She ain't supposed to be here. Go the fuck home. Well, I don't care if you've never been home. Go the fuck back.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Who voted for Donald Trump intended for this young woman who is a bright young woman who already contributing to our society to be caught up in the clutches of our immigration
taking a seat
system.
in a public college,
This
go
is
to
the
an American?
politics of fear and division and distraction, and it's because they know that their agenda, their economic agenda, is not working.
And just yes or no, do you support the provisions that would strengthen border security, or are you a no on this entire bill? Just yes.
Listen, I supported a bipartisan bill last year that would have strengthened our border.
That allowed 10,000 people in a day.
What? She's not asking you about the one last year. She's asking you about the one right now, motherfucker.
It was largely a bill focused on giving our border patrol the things that they needed, and the Republicans decided to kill it.
How about this? If right now the border is at its all-time lows it's ever been, that means your bill was shit. Your bill was shit. That's why she's asking.
And it wasn't needed.
Yeah, it wasn't needed.
That was Biden's claim, right? He needed legislation to fix this.
Yeah, and there's not been no legislation, and then the motherfucking cracker has got shit settled. All you gotta do is agree with it. Do you agree with the bill that's in front of you now, punk pussy ass bitch?
Yeah.
In order to put Donald Trump in office.
All right. Let me talk to you now about the state of the Democratic Party.
So you're not gonna answer the question. Fuck you. I ain't got nothing.
Dude, and that Donald Trump was more powerful than the president? That's what you're saying?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. He wasn't even in office, and he obviously was more powerful than everyone that was in Congress, everyone that was a president that was led by Democrats. Mr. Bean, sir. Mr. Bean, sir. Are you there, my good sir? Oh, he must be asleep now. John the Baptist, are you there? You sleep too? Oh, these niggas ain't shit.
No, sir. I'm cutting watermelon.
Oh, you at home?
I was about to say, nigga, you only got me left, nigga. You ain't want that.
I try to stay on mute. Y'all hear me blending up my juices and stuff.
No, you good. I was seeing if you still here. Do you believe in are you in support of the bill that strengthens border security and immigration laws, sir?
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need to know. See how easy it was to answer that? What about you, OG, Do Dirty?
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm pissed off at this chat.
Oh. Damn it. Well, OG, I'm gonna ask you a simple question.
Conshomri said legislation Biden just needed the border officials to follow the laws that were already on the books.
That's a fact. Now, OG, do you believe in strengthening immigration and border security? Yes or no?
No. Just to the question you said, I believe in border security, not strengthening immigration.
So to strengthen it would make it harder for immigration for motherfuckers to come over.
Yeah, I don't need that. I just don't let them come over.
So in other words, you just want them to continue with the laws that's already on the books, and if they
No,
follow,
I want them to do a better law and delete motherfuckers as soon as they touch the line. Chris. That's what I want.
You agree.
So yeah, we're in full agreement there.
Minefields great again, sir.
So what you're saying, OG, is you are an extremist on immigration, sir. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I don't want to go nowhere else, and I don't want people coming over here fucking up what we got. Stay over there. Let's get rid of these motherfuckers over here first and get some shit straightened up over here. Then, nigga, we'll come to your spot, and then once we all become one, then you might be able to travel through with, you know what I'm saying, with an ID.
Oh, God damn.
Might. With an ID.
Sam says, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. We see you, it's a good sir. You may have been on the vertical. Let me see. Oh shit. I can't even fucking. I can't get. You might be on the vertical one, but we see you, my good sir. So we're gonna give you John the Baptist's intro. I'm sorry.
My emotions.
Oh, that ain't it either.
Go get the money. 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 I got it. Push it.
I need to get that. I need to find that fucking goddamn actual song. I think the actual song is pretty trash. Anywho, I don't even like these niggas. Let's just get off.
Kinder-minded said Hucky's an extremist with no heart.
Let's get off this one.
Tom, and Hawk 2025.
What did she say? Let me see. I didn't even hear it all the way. I said OG is an extremist with no heart. And OG 2025. Shit, put OG at the top tick, because I think he'd do a better job than me.
Don't lie. Don't believe that OG got a heart. You care too much.
Ooh.
Crazy shit.
God damn. Testes.
I be trying to figure out how to fillet them niggas, man, and feed them to some animals, nigga, and ground meat or some shit. You tripping?
Yeah. OD be using them for fish bait.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how you talk. That's how you talk on YouTube.
Damn. Contract number $2.79 says testes left and right. Absolutely, both of them are there. Check. But have you ever?
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming?
Have you ever been swallowed up? The Bean still here?
I changed that to Diddy Party at the end.
That's a whole fact. That shit was funny.
You ever been to a Diddy Party?
All right, so damn it. There's 17. You know what? Fuck it. Let me bring this shit up right here. So actually, look at goddamn Samuel. So remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, my good sir. Thank you, my good sir.
Thanks, EBT.
That's a whole fact. You out here doing God's work.
Go get the money. 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 I got it. Push it.
All right, so we're gonna bring up the actual goddamn provisioning of this shit up, because most people haven't seen it and know what the provisions are. There's actually there's a lot of shit in there, but I got the quick and easy one, right? I got the quick and easy one. Share screen. Where is that? Here we go. All right, is that there? We go. We can all see that. Can y'all see that? Do I need to make it bigger?
We can see it, sir.
Okay. So,
I can at least.
for the blind people, I'm gonna make it one more notch bigger, or two. There we go. There we go, two. All right. So this is the ways and mean over the one big beautiful bill. One big. This shit is stupid. Let's go down to page 6. That's where it all starts, to be honest with you. Or yes, page 6. So this one is subtitle A, Make American Families and Workers Thrive Again. Part 1, permanently preventing tax hikes on American families and workers. Are we against that or for that?
For it, sir.
OG?
I didn't hear you.
All right. It is to permanently preventing tax hikes on Americans' families and workers.
I'm for that.
Okay. Beans, are you for it?
Hikes. Okay, I thought you said heist. Okay, yeah, I'll be for it.
Okay, so this is what it says. Under the current law, the modified federal income tax bracket schedule and lower tax rate set to expire December 31st, 2025. I already spoke about that earlier today. And now the provision that they're trying to put in place says this provision makes permanent the modified federal income tax bracket schedule to lower tax rates created by the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. If you didn't know, the provision also adds an additional year of inflation adjustment to all brackets except the top bracket, 37%. So here's the tax brackets right now. Where do you think most people fall in this tax bracket?
Probably 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Say 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I don't.
3 is the middle. That's all right. So 3 is the mean right now.
Yeah. All right. Thank Kingdom Miner for supporting the show. She said, "Can't let Samuel stand alone." That's a whole fact. I got a gospel song, but I can't find it now. Yeah. Yep, can't find it now. Jesus Christ. Let's give you John the Baptist one, since that's most non.
Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money. I got it.
Same thing with OG Dirty. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. Do you like Beavis and Butthead, OG Do Dirty?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I got a good
I
shirt.
like the show.
What size
Oh,
shirt?
yeah.
What size shirt you wear, good sir? What size shirt you wear, motherfucker? God damn.
Oh Lord, oh shit. Well, I'm not taking 2X.
Okay, a 2X. You might see a 2X. You know, fuck it. I got some. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Anyway, the provision is here's a tax cut. So I would say most people are in the 25 percentile. That's the current law is 25%. The provision, they want to drop it down to 22% for everyone. So for everyone for them to keep saying to give the biggest tax cut to the people, the top 1%. Well, you can't look at it like that because the top 1% doesn't get a W-2.
It's a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
And most people say they don't pay their fair share, but most people don't understand that most taxes that are paid by the 1%
What's the 1% tax rate? 39.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? That means you don't pay taxes, sir.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
For the second time.
For the second time, that means majority of people don't pay the same amount of taxes that these motherfuckers pay.
What does that have to do with it being their fair share?
Sir, fair share. What is the definition of fair, sir? Would
said
that
I
be
don't mess
equal?
with gospel music.
Wouldn't that be equal, sir?
That was a question.
Yeah, I mean,
If
I
you
asked
say
you
fair
one.
share, wouldn't that
I'm
be equal?
trying to answer him when I asked you one.
I gave you an answer.
You didn't.
I did. I said, considering that they pay 90% of the taxes is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think they pay their fair share. 90% of the taxes is overwhelmingly more than what the regular people do.
And you're saying
that's their fair share? Absolutely, yes. Because all the taxes that are being paid are paid by the fucking top 1%, overwhelmingly.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're telling them that they need to give up 90% of their company's taxes, I mean not taxes, just 90% of their company's revenues to that, as well as they need to draw a W-2 or whatever else so they can pay another fucking 39% to them as well. I mean, I don't understand what you would consider their fair share, or do you just not want them to not have any money for it? I gave you an answer.
The top 1% of all earners paid 40.4% of federal income taxes.
Right.
The top 10% of earners pay 72% of income taxes. The top 50% of earners pay 97% of all federal income taxes. The bottom 50% of earners pay the remaining 3%.
Thank you for that. Thank you for proving once again that the conservatives just fucking lie for no reason.
Okay.
How is that a lie, sir?
Hold on. Didn't you say that?
Not you. You're not you. Uncle T.
Okay, cool. I'm not a conservative douchebag. But anyway, again, do 50%.
Well, why lie though?
Okay, because I'm the same 50% of them people are still in the top 1%. Unless you're making 250K, 350K, or let's say 175K. Do you make any of those? And those would those be considered the top 1%?
That's not what
would those be considered the top 10%?
That's not what he just read.
What did you just read?
What he just read was something about the top 1% of earners.
Pay 47%.
10 or 15%, I can't remember exactly which one it was.
But that's also just income taxes.
And then he went to 50, right? So 50% would be everybody. It's not 50% of people who make a certain amount of money. It's 50% of everybody.
That's what it said. That's what that means.
No.
That's what that means.
Top 50% of earners, sir.
Yes. All earners, right?
Yes, sir.
Checkmate.
All earners. What earners are you talking about? The top 50%?
All of them.
So the top. So everyone, like you said, everyone ain't in the top 50%.
They're not.
Okay.
But you said the top 1% paid 90.
Oh, absolutely. Because they're still in that top 50%.
But he read 40.
Man, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit at all.
Okay, there it is.
I don't believe it. Just like you don't believe that you said most people are not even in the top. What are we at? 3% motherfuckers pay everything? So no matter what, you ain't in the top 50, I ain't in the top 50. So in other words, they still pay their fucking fair share. If the top 10% pay 47%, they pay their fair share.
No, they pay far more than their fair share. They pay far more than their fair share.
What makes it
far more?
Share?
They pay more than me and you combined.
A fair share would be the same percentage across the board, no matter what the income. That would be a fair share by definition, wouldn't it?
I think there should be a flat tax rate so we would never have this fucking conversation again.
Exactly.
And we'll never see motherfuckers complain about, because no matter how much money you make, you pay the same flat tax rate as everyone else. And then we'll
straight 15% across the board for everybody.
They can't answer questions instead of admitting that they can't answer questions.
You asked a bogus question. So you tell me what's their fair
share.
share? What's their fair
share?
You
can't explain it, and instead of saying you can't explain it, you want to go all this
No. Well, you should explain it to me then.
I don't have to explain it. You're the one saying it.
Exactly. You can't say, because you the one said something about fair share. I didn't say anything about fair share.
You said fair share, and none of your friends are going to tell you that because all y'all be stroking each other's meat. You brought that into the conversation. You said that.
Literally. You
literally said they're paid.
Said Elon has already paid over $1 billion in taxes, and he still has to pay tax next year.
You, what's their fair share? That's why I asked you that
their fair share is whatever their percentile is. That's a simple answer for you. Whatever the tax bracket that they're told to pay and they pay it, that's their fair share. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
No. You agree? Okay, then there you have it. Then you can't complain about them needing to pay anymore.
Did I?
Have you? Yes, you have. You have complained before. Yes.
So this is why you know you're full of shit. This is like, dude, is this shit like a disease?
So you never complain about them ever?
No, I don't give a fuck about them paying their fucking taxes.
Oh my God.
I don't give a shit about them paying their taxes. Who gives a shit about them paying their fucking taxes? I don't care.
So you
I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. I wasn't complaining about it. We had a conversation about it 3 years ago on Fight Club. Aaron O broke it down to me.
Yes.
How the tax shit works.
Yes.
Because at that time, everybody was always assuming that they were not paying their taxes and getting away with it.
Mm-hmm.
But then once he broke it down, it's like, no, there's things we may describe as loopholes.
That was the whole discussion we had. Yes. That's the whole discussion we had.
And once I learned that, then it was like, okay, as long as they ain't breaking the law, why do I give a fuck?
Okay, well then we ain't got no complaints.
But I do understand that prior to Reagan becoming president, the wealthy were being taxed at like 70%.
Was it?
And
70?
at the end of Reagan,
was it 70?
Of Reagan's presidency, it was all the way down to about 36%.
Hold on, I don't remember that. I really don't know. I can't speak to any of that.
Yeah, because you wasn't born.
Well, do you know, sir? Because you were born. So can you tell me?
Nope, and I don't know because I was too young. Mayo would know because he was old.
Right. So when you say that whatever their tax, whatever their
it was actually in the period after the Great Recession.
Then that means when it was 70%, you was okay with it being 70%.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Listen. If that's what, listen. To be honest with you, I think taxes is illegal. Personally, I think taxation is theft. I shouldn't have to pay taxes, especially if I don't know where these taxes are going to and who they're going to and why they're going to. I should have to agree to what they're fucking going to, and that's not what's being done. I by default agree by paying them.
Yeah, I changed my mind on that. I'm cool with taxes.
Yeah, so what it says, the first tax cut in 1981, among other things, cut the highest personal income tax rate from 70% to 50%, and the lowest from 14 to 11, and decreased the highest capital gains from 28 to 20%. So he didn't really drop it that much. He just dropped it 20%, which is cool. Yeah, it was 70%. Okay, cool. I'm not mad at it.
Talking about what he did in the first year.
This was his first tax cut. That's what it says.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the end of his presidency, it was all the way down to 36.
Which could be true too.
And even more for the capital gains, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like we know what these people be doing, right? They be looking out for the rich, and they be trying to undermine the poor.
How are they looking out for the? How are they looking out for the rich?
Well, you just read it, so we're not
No. I'm asking you. How are they looking out for the rich?
Well, you just read it, so we're not gonna play dumb. You literally just read it.
How does that look out for the rich? That means you're.
What do you mean? How is that look? Taking their tax from 70% to 36% is not looking out for them?
No.
So making them equal or more equal to everybody else?
Like you're saying that's not looking out for them? Of course it is, right?
No,
it's like it's looking out for them. There's no way you can put this on screen right now and say this is what Trump is trying to do, which is maintain the tax as it is, so that there's no hike for families, and say that's looking out for them. But dropping somebody's tax rate from 70 to 36 is not looking out for them.
I don't think
let's not be disingenuous.
I just think it's taking care of everyone, not just singling someone out, because that's what it's preventing, is just singling out someone.
Right. It doesn't single out someone. It singles out a demographic of people, which were the rich and the wealthy. And to that point, it didn't trickle down like they try to pretend it would. Right?
But no. What was supposed to trickle down? Where did it say it was supposed to trickle down?
That was one of the arguments that they tried to make, right? Was this whole trickle down thing? Like if you cut taxes on the rich, and they would be able to do whatever it is that they do, investment wise and stuff like that. You know, they was talking about investing.
So did it not trickle down the taxes to everyone else too?
It didn't.
It didn't. So someone going from
No, what I'm saying is there was no
14 to
trickle down
11.
effect of the wealth. People didn't get.
No, it didn't
people
say
didn't get.
wealth. It said trickle down of taxes, right? Or was it?
No,
was it
trickle down of the wealth.
That's what it said.
Right. Absolutely.
Where did it say that?
Right.
So
I literally just watched the video on this like
under
last
Reagan?
night.
Under Reagan.
So does anybody know how poor the poor was in 1980 compared to the poor is now?
If you could blow this back up though.
Hold on. Roll
Right.
back up.
What you got on screen?
Okay, let me see. Because are we talking about Reagan or are we talking about Trump?
So if you look on here where they had these brackets, right?
Sure.
What you're seeing is because to you, people should pay, right, what their tax bracket is, right?
No, I think
But
people
this
should
is
not pay taxes, period. But if we
okay,
wanna
yeah,
go
that's
with-
true. That's true. So I don't want to. Yeah, that's true. So I don't want to take that away. You did say that. But if you look on here, right, and you see bracket 1 to bracket 7, you see when you get to bracket 7, you at about 39%, right? So what I'm saying is, I don't know where this starts and stops at, right? Like as far as income based. But I know when I talked to the garbage man out by my mom's crib, I think he said he was getting taxed at like 25, 26%.
That's usually the
And I
average.
think he made like $35 an hour or some shit.
Yeah, I'm getting taxed at a fucking astronaut. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So like if it just keeps going up, right? If the percentage just keeps going up, we see that it will inevitably get up to the higher 50s and 60s and 70%. Right. I heard Bill Maher talk about the millionaires out in California absolutely are getting chopped at 50%.
Sure.
Right.
Hold on, that's California taxes though. This is
I understand that. I'm
federal.
just saying. I'm just saying that it can happen. Is the point?
All right.
Right. So what I'm saying is this: if here's my tax bracket and I'm making this much money, and you're taxing me at this, and then I can look at another person, and then their tax bracket is however many more times than mine, but they aren't being taxed that many more times than me. You see what I'm saying? So that you can. Somebody said this earlier. You can make shit, sound the way the way you wanted to. When you presented your argument, I understood it, but there's an argument to be made that it's actually not fair. Even if you want to say they're paying 40% of all taxes, right?
Sure.
Because again, what does that 40% represent to them?
A lot
versus
of money.
what this 25% may represent to shit, even you.
A lot of money.
Does it though?
A lot of money to me is not a lot of money to them because I don't make the same amount of money to them. But a lot of them still paying 39% of your motherfucking wealth. Or 39. Well, damn, you might say 40. Paying 40% of your wealth that you made that year is still going to be more than I paid, but it's still money to you. It ain't like it's some chump change. I don't care what no one say. It's not chump change because if you continuously tax me and I make no more money than what I'm making now, it's going to hurt my pockets. I'm not going to be able to do something.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that because when the 30% that YouTube takes sucks. So I ain't disagreeing with you on that. Right. But what I'm saying is, though, I don't necessarily think you're reading that right. You could be, but I don't think you are. I don't think it's that they're paying 40%. It's saying that they're paying 40% of what is taxed.
No,
So
that's
that doesn't
literally
mean
their
that the
tax
individual
rates.
person is paying 40% of their money.
Notice it says tax rates and brackets. That's the rate at which they are taxed for income tax.
This is how they broke it down, and this is the ways in.
Yeah, I can read you the
hold on.
the brackets too if you'd like. I'll put them in the back, Tom. I'll put them in the back.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go off.
And
like
they're different for married, single, and
United
married
States
filing.
House Committee of the Ways and Means. This is not me saying none of this. This is them. So if
No. So I get it now, y'all. You kind of slow.
Okay,
What
cool.
I'm saying is the 40%, because you still stuck on it's 90%. It's not. It's 40%, right? That the 1% is paying.
90%.
I'm saying that 40%. I'm not,
47.
and again, I'm saying I don't know if you're right or wrong. I just don't think you're right.
Okay.
That the 40% is not a representation of the each individual is paying 40% of their money. That's saying that 40% of all taxes collected comes from them. But that doesn't mean that it's 40% of their actual money.
Sir.
But the two, just because the two have a similar number, don't mean they're the same.
No. This literally says this provision makes permit the modified federal income tax bracket schedule and lower tax rates.
I'm not talking about what's on screen, Uncle T.
Now we're not talking about what's on screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, because when we're talking about the rich people and what this ain't, I don't even know if this is covering the rich. We don't know who the fuck that's covering.
I can tell
that's
you.
what I'm saying. Right now, we're having a conversation about the rich people.
Wait.
And I'm saying you said 90%, but all of the research says 40%. But I'm saying that 40%. We don't, it's not saying that they're paying 40% of their money. It's saying that 40% of taxes collected comes from the rich.
All right, Tom, I'll put the number two, and it actually includes the number of fucking tax return per fucking percentage.
Okay, so this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to bring this shit up so we can actually have an actual representation of what's going on. Listen, I ain't looked that shit up, but hey. It's good to know, because
me neither. That's why I said I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying
I never seen it, and I don't. And again, I don't really. I told you, I think taxation is theft. So I don't believe anyone should be paying for it. Everyone should get up on their bootstraps. Ain't that what the conservatives say? So if you make, oh my God, okay. Remember yesterday we talked about a motherfucker saying he make $1,000 a month. So this portion is taxed out, so he don't pay zero. He pays 10% taxes, which is crazy. $47,150 a year pays 12%.
No, this is explaining how.
Okay.
What you pay, like your first, if you make 58,000.
Yeah, 22% is in tax.
Yeah, you get charged above that lower amount on the bracket. You only get charged that higher amount for that portion of the income.
Okay.
You only from between 47,150 and what you make up to 58,000 is the only thing that gets charged at 22%. Everything under that gets charged at 12%.
So anything up to 100,000 something, you get charged at 24 once you hit the $26. No $1 over. That's crazy. And then once you get up to $191,951, you start getting charged at 32%. And then it just goes up and up. And then from 37, once you start making over 609,000 and up, you charge at 37 plus. Oh, remember that one video?
Everything over that 600,000.
Yeah, you remember that one fucking thing that I played about how motherfucker gets taxed, and it broke down the taxes, and we watched it. It was like a 15-minute video about taxes and how every dollar that is made over a certain amount, they get taxed at another different. It gets different taxes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
that's what this. This is just a visual representation of that.
Yeah. Let me see. Because there's a woman who.
The other link is the one that shows the actual by return the number of tax payers in each category.
So, Uncle T, here's my question. When you're having a conversation about the rich being taxed, is that conversation about them on their personal income or on their business?
It can be both. You can have both these conversations.
These are just personal income taxes.
Yeah.
These numbers right here are just personal income taxes.
Well, yeah.
These are not business taxes.
That is. I'm talking about, but what I'm talking about is them being taxed at both. I don't. That's my conversation. Is it could be both. I'm not just gonna stop it at one. If you want to stop it at one, that's having a disingenuous conversation because they still own the business. And that business is being taxed. And that business being taxed at a different rate than someone else is getting taxed at. As well as them paying their personal tax if they even draw personal taxes like that.
Yeah. And not counting capital gains.
Yeah.
Not counting real estate.
Oh, man. I wish I had that fucking video because we watched it, about 7 months ago?
A little longer than that.
Probably a little longer than that. It was a good.
It was before it was definitely before the way before the election.
Absolutely, it was, and it was a good because I mean they explained it down to a motherfucking science. A female did. You know how people say they can't do girl math, but she actually broke it down and wrote it down and
look under your history and just search tax.
Shit, man, that's crazy. I guess I'm on the wrong channel. That's why. So I was looking down my history because I mean it's a good conversation to have about taxation, but you know it's one of those things.
That's the problem is a lot of people don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean they make it confusing for a reason. Let's just be honest. They
always use they always use that rich motherfucker in Nebraska and says, well, his secretary pays more income taxes than he does. Yeah. Well, yes, because he pays all his taxes in capital gains.
Yeah.
He don't even receive a W-2 from his business.
I just think that this shit right here is and make it confusing for a reason. I really do think they do. Well, I know they do.
Well, and that's why they use that example, you know, of the secretary versus the guy who owns the company. How is that fair? Well, the guy who owns the company ain't a W-2 fucking employee. That's how.
Of course I don't see it. This motherfucker. God damn it. Fuck it. I'll find it. I'm looking at my motherfucking history again. Not history, my fucking other shit. But anyway, it's still a good conversation to have. Can y'all see that shit? Let me blow it up some more. Let me find it. Where is it at?
Did it have a chick or a Chinese dude?
It was a female. And
was it with the little blue paper brackets?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. It was from Vox.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, it was from Vox.
Yeah. I'll put it in the back for you, sir.
Okay. So I'm looking at something that says from 2014 to 2018, Jeff Bezos' wealth grew by 99 billion, which he reported 4.22 billion in income and paid $973 and $973 million in taxes, which is just a smidget over 20%.
These are tax.
So if I'm looking at that thing that you had up.
This one wasn't it, Mayo, but it might be good. Fuck it, let's watch it. I don't care.
So he paid the same tax rate as those people who earned it between 47 and 58.
Okay, so what is his business? What does his business pay? Because it's saying his net wealth grew doesn't mean that his business that they're not including his business involved with that.
Brackets for 2019. Next pocket. So the raise, and only the raise, would be partially taxed at 22% and partially at 24%. So when politicians say they want to raise the top tax rate, doesn't necessarily mean these pockets and your money are affected. They're talking about tax rates on the pockets way over there, which are only used once people have filled in these smaller ones. Marginal tax rates are a pretty simple concept once you get the hang of it. So the next time a politician says the government wants to take away 70% of your income, just send them this video.
Makes sense. Hey, an informed group now. Now y'all should know what that shit means.
Yeah.
Submit a video.
Okay, so apparently you think that the money that your business makes is your money.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely it is. Fuck y'all. If I make the business, it's mine, goddammit.
Okay.
No, sir.
So let's see.
On paper, it's not, sir. On paper, it's not.
The business itself is its own entity. I understand that, sir.
Okay, so if you do understand that, then how about this? How about don't be an asshole? The man reported 4.22 billion and paid about 21 to 22%, which is the same thing we just saw.
How much was it? How much was it? 22%?
Like 973 million.
$173 million. God damn.
So you paid almost $1 billion in taxes.
This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, it is, because it's all about how you look at it. Like, you actually think that it makes sense that a person that made that much money paid the same amount as a person that made 47,000.
Hey, you know what you can do? You can come
That's
up
a
with
fair share, though. That's a fair share.
Answer the question. You actually
didn't ask
think
me a
that
question.
makes sense.
Yes, it makes.
I
it
did.
Makes
I said,
100%.
so you actually think that makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Again,
I just want to get you on record. So I can flip it.
Again, how much? What part of I believe taxation is theft? Don't you
Absolutely,
understand?
which means your answer should be no. You should be saying no. I don't think either one of them should be being taxed, but you're not saying that.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
It wasn't. So the answer should have still been no. Because
No,
if
it
I don't
makes
believe,
sense.
if I believe taxes are illegal, then my answer would be no. Because I don't think anybody should be being
that
taxed.
means
So that
you
wouldn't be
no,
fair.
No, that means you answer the way you want, and it makes sense to me in my head because I know we have taxes. That's why. So if
Well,
they're going
then
to
don't
make,
worry about the fact that you don't think you think taxes are illegal.
I
Then.
still think taxes are legal. Don't mean I want to fucking pay them.
I mean, none of us do really well. I do actually, but
Why do you believe in paying taxes, sir?
because now that I kind of understand what they supposed to go for, yeah, I like the fact that I can get up and go get in a car and hit the road. And if I decide I want to go to California or New York, I could get there. And guess what? I didn't pave a single fucking road. So if some of my tax money goes to make sure that those roads stay paved and clean and shit, and remove cars and shit from the side of the road when there's accidents and you know all of that other shit, I'm fine with that, man. I'm fine with
So
it.
what you're saying is that you don't think private businesses could do the same thing?
I don't think they would. I
That's
don't
crazy.
think they can because they
I
wouldn't.
think they do it much more efficiently.
I don't think they would.
Far more efficiently. You wouldn't have 30 motherfuckers watching one guy with a shovel work on a highway project if it was private business.
Shit.
That's for goddamn sure.
We got a whole bunch of 99-cent stickers in the chat. I see 3 of them. As we got one by Sam, one by Kai, and one by OG Do Dirty. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. I'm here clicking between screens. Thank y'all for the super stickers. Okay.
Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money. I got it. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it.
Give me a damn headache.
Yo, you like music, you should like it. Okay, let's go back to where the fuck did my fucking screen go? Let's go back to this fucking
Not fine, no, you're not.
yeah, no, hell not. We're no fucking war.
Oh,
I'm done
good.
with that nigga. God damn, I'm done with that nigga.
This shit is crazy.
All right, let's go back here. We're gonna go back to this stupid shit right here. So let's go right there. So we all agreed that we want to decrease taxes, right? Is that what we're saying? Well, Beans wants to increase taxes, right?
No.
What do you want?
Beans said Beans don't care.
Okay, well, I need you to care. I need you to answer the question.
Well, remember that shit when I'm asking questions and
I
shit. Make
always
sure you
answer
stay
your
just
questions.
as genuine as you
I
want me to be.
literally answer all questions that you ask me.
The
You
first
may not,
time though, don't
you
give me
may
the
not
bullshit.
like my answers, but I still answer them.
Yeah. So no, I mean this. I don't know. I mean, I guess you showing this to try to say that this is something good in the bill.
I'm just saying
It
they're
is what it
proposing it.
is.
I'm saying it is what it is.
Permanently though, so that's a lie. But yeah,
How do you know it's not permanent?
because none of this shit that they say be permanent. When
So
the
they
next
would have
motherfucker
to
get in,
pass a law
they
to
start
change-
recalling shit that the motherfucker before them did. That's the same shit y'all said Biden did.
No.
Yeah,
that's,
but
no, that's
they
Trump
would have
did
to
some shit,
overrun
and
it
then
with
as
a
soon as
law.
Biden got in there, he took it
Sir,
all away.
those are
Like,
policies. Policies are different.
Those are policies,
than
sir.
laws.
That's the law.
So what you're trying
He's trying to put this into law so that he would have to overturn it by passing another law,
That's
not canceling a policy.
so that means it can be changed.
anything can be changed as long as you get a motherfuckers that want to go
What the
against it.
fuck is the argument?
Permanent.
If all I said is that it can be fucking undone, what's the argument?
You said none of it's undone. You said none of it's permanent because you're accumulated to a policy. Policy is different than a fucking law.
Who gives a shit? My point is that it could be undone.
It can't be undone by a president. Is what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. It can still be undone.
Okay.
They always be saying some shit is permanent and then they turn around and motherfucker shit be changed. I heard a motherfucker the other day, Uncle T, say there was no mention of slavery in the Constitution. Right? He tried to argue that. Just for me to go and find out it actually was a mention of slavery in the Constitution.
Yeah.
But they amended it.
Yeah. Well,
because motherfuckers always trying to say the Constitution is, the Constitution that, but can the Constitution change? All of this shit can change. I'm not trying to get stuck right here. Okay. I'm just saying the permanently shit is just, I just don't trust them when they say this shit. None of this shit don't be permanent.
Okay, cool. Well, just say that it's not gonna be a permanent law, but saying it's comparing it to a policy is different. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna stick on that.
Y'all compared it. All I said was when they say permanent, the shit don't be permanent. Because when another motherfucker get in there, they change shit. That's what I said. I ain't used the word policy. I ain't used law. Okay. I ain't used none of that shit. Y'all doing
You
that.
said when another motherfucker gets in there, that doesn't mean if you're talking about presidents, why they can't change a law just by them saying it. It has to be fucking done by Congress and then signed by a president. It makes a lot of difference.
Who's putting this forward for this shit to become a law?
Because the simple thing of the fucking thing about the goddamn immigration shit, all that shit has been policy from here to Timbuktu.
Wait, whose bill is this?
This is Trump's bill.
Trump's bill.
Stop fucking talking to me, Uncle T. Go ahead. Shit is crazy.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You asked a question, I answered it.
What's crazy?
Fucking moron.
First of all, I wasn't talking to you, racist bitch. I wasn't fucking talking to you at all. Don't you get that? I'd go out of my way to not talk to you.
Why not? Why?
Because of stupid shit like that. Motherfucker don't even know what the fuck he talking about. I wasn't even fucking talking to you. I'm talking to Uncle T.
First off, why are you calling people bees? Didn't you say you don't like people calling people bees?
They can't talk to me any kind of way he wants to. I'm gonna talk back any kind of fucking way I want to.
Did he call you a bitch?
I don't give a shit.
Oh man,
nigga disrespecting me. Fuck you.
All right, I'll use the B word. Yeah, fucking baby.
Right, I'm a baby and you a bitch, nigga.
Y'all niggas
fuck, nigga. Fuck out
here.
All
right, anyway, the extension, increased standard deduction, and temporary enhancement. Under the current law, the increased standard deduction is set to expire. Of course, we already said that from December 31st. The provision makes it permanent. The nearly double standard deduction created by the tax of 2017. The provision further increases the standard deduction by including extra year of inflation adjustment. Well, I don't know what the fuck that means. What does that mean? An extra year of adjusted inflation adjustment. I don't know what that means. Additionally, for taxes years 2025 through 2028, this is a provision increases the standard deduction by additional $1,000 for a single filer and $1,500 for a head of household and $2,000 for married filing jointly. The impact of these modifications to the standard deduction for 2026, according to Finance Task, is summarized below. So from 8 to 16. Is it saying how much money? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, standard deduction. Okay.
Me neither. Me neither, fam. I'm not even gonna lie. I do not understand what I'm looking at right now.
And I mean, I get the deduction part. That just means a standard deduction means how much you can deduct without extra shit, because that doesn't really mean much. Nothing.
Wait, so it's single right now. 8,300 is what?
The standard deduction that they can take.
Your first 8,300 is tax free.
Yeah.
All the first $8,300 that you make is tax free.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and so this is saying it'll become the first 1,600.
Yeah, 1,630.
16,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Thank you. 16,000. Okay.
24 and 32. That would seem like, but that seems like it can work against you too.
Now I see what you're doing. I was trying to figure it out, and now I see what you're doing. You going through the bill, showing us the good shit. No. And down at the bottom is niggas gonna be slaves again for 17 years.
No, but Tom, deductions are in front of the tax rates.
Yeah, I know, but that's
for the starting line.
Okay.
So they would actually probably move you back one tax bracket.
Right
if
there.
you were just over a tax bracket, would it actually move you back?
You see that provision? The provision permanently repeals the deduction for personal exemptions.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but
yeah, me neither.
I don't know what that. I'm not gonna lie and say I know what the fuck that shit means because I don't.
I just know when you filling out those forms, they be asking you if you have any.
Yeah.
When you filling out what is it, W-2s or whatever the fuck.
Not
the shit when you getting the job.
It's not even that. It actually like the railroad taxes, and you get a deduction for that shit. You get all these extra deductions that you get. Are they talking about removing those? This is.
Whoa! Extension of increased child tax credit and temporary enhancement.
Well, it says the current law underneath child care return 2020-27 pre-level December 20, and then.
From 2,000 to 1,000 per child. Social Security.
Well, that's because it's going to set to expire. So once if they allow this to go through, the tax credit will stay at 2,000 per child. I know that far. They've been saying that over the news all for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, they've been saying that for the last 6-7 months. Actually, not just 2 weeks, like 6-7 months on this shit because it's set to expire this year. If they didn't get a deal done, depending on if Biden was in office or Trump was in office, they both were fighting over either getting rid of all this, the Trump tax cuts, or extending it. So that was between that. But now since Trump is in office, they want to extend it. So we'll see.
What the fuck is this $1,000 and $2,000 shit? I thought you got $3,000.
No, it's 2,000 per child. It's been 2,000 per child since 2017. I knew that for a fact. But here's the problem. The thing about what it's saying is it's gonna drop back down to the pre-levels, which was 1,000.
Yeah, but in the very next sentence, it's saying that the provision makes permanent the double child tax credit of 2,000. Maintains the income phased out thresholds and maintains the non-refundable non-child dependent credit of 500. Yeah, like you get that for like adults and shit when you file them on your taxes.
Yeah, if you're like a head of household of your parent, you get a $500 deduction for them.
Additionally, the provision permanently indexes the credit amount for inflation beginning in 2026, rounded down to the nearest 100, and leaves the refundable credit unchanged. I don't even know what the fuck I just read, but
hold on, this shit is ridiculously. You know what? Let me find a fucking goddamn video for this shit because this shit is annoying the shit out of me right now.
Look right there though. Additionally, the provision increases the child tax credit to $2,500 per child for tax years 2025 through 2028. Yeah, y'all get to keep getting y'all welfare, dog.
Okay. I don't get no welfare, dog.
Lies.
Well, we can keep saying that if you want to. Doesn't mean it's true.
I bet you filed your daddy and your youngest child on your tax.
My daddy don't live with me, nigga.
That shit ain't stopped nobody.
Oh, that's true. That's for damn true. I remember.
This will actually help doing that because you have to provide SSNs now for that child.
Yeah. And not only that, remember I used to file my nieces and shit when they was young, boy, because my sister wasn't working and shit. I used to file all them motherfuckers, dog. That was back in the day when I was a Negro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no kids in. Finally, provision allows for the election to treat income from 501(d) organization as an earned income for purposes of CTC. What the fuck does CTC stand for?
Child tax credit. But
okay.
What the fuck is the D? I ain't never even heard of that shit.
That's an organ. I don't know. I know a 501c3.
Exactly. I was about to say I know about C3. I don't know what the fuck is a D organization.
Let's look it up. Fuck
a religious. It's a religious organization that would apply to, like orphanages. It would apply to orphanages.
Okay.
And children's homes.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And also it would apply to it would apply to fosters too, I believe.
Yeah. I what the fuck I'm gonna say to that?
Fuck them kids. Extension of deduction for qualified business income and permanent enhancement. Under the current law, the individual generally may deduct 20% of qualified business income from partnership, S corporation, and sole proprietorship, as well as 20% of certain real estate investment, trust, and dividends, and publicly traded partnership income. The deduction is limited to 20% of taxable income minus the net capital gain. There goes that fucking word right there. Capital gain. I hate that word. I'm broke.
Yep.
I'm broke.
Absolutely. But
most people don't understand what that means until they cash out their 401k.
That's why that bitch is staying in there, dog. Special rules apply to taxpayers with taxable income in excess of the threshold amount, which for that tax year 2025 is $394,600 for married taxpayers filing jointly, and $197,300 for all other taxpayers. The threshold amount indexed annually for inflation. The taxpayer which taxable income is in excess of threshold amount. The deduction of qualified business income is limited based on 1, the W-2 wages and capital investment of each relevant business. I don't have any. The wage and investment limitation, and 2, whether the relevant business is specified service, trade, or business.
I'm gonna tell you. You could go down and they could say for 2025 to 2028, all black men get to get blowjobs from white women. And I'm still not going to support this fucking bill.
Okay, that's a lot of shit.
Because I know something that's in this shit that's wrong, man.
What is it?
The cuts that he trying to make to welfare.
What are the cuts he's trying to
make? And the additions that he made to fucking the military. To me, that shit is wrong. You just got through talking about, and I'm talking about him. You just got through talking about how, yes, shit is gonna get harder, shit is gonna get tough, this and that, and you want the people to stick it through, but then you're gonna cut out some of the support that the people get. That just doesn't make any fucking sense. Ronald Reagan did this same shit when he came in, and all it did was get super hard for people and turned motherfuckers into crackheads.
Actually, Bill Clinton did more of the welfare to work programs than Reagan did.
So
he is praised for it.
I have a question. Yeah, he is. That motherfucker's praised for no goddamn reason. I don't know why people praise Bill Clinton. That shit is ridiculous.
Because he was a Democrat, sir.
Well, yeah, I know that. So you're saying is
because he had the opposite of a deficit.
Go
ahead, make your arguments about how he got us there. Who cares? They all do dumb shit. They all lead back to
I didn't say he did dumb shit. I just said it wasn't the reason why he had a deficit, and that technically he did have a deficit.
Yeah, and cutting welfare programs was one of the reasons he didn't have a deficit.
Yeah, well, I don't like none of them motherfuckers. You gotta remember, I was a kid in the streets, but I didn't I wasn't paying no attention to fucking presidents.
So why do you hate the cuts that he's doing?
Again, because you're already talking about how this shit that's about to go down is gonna make it harder for people. It ain't gonna make it harder for the people at the top. So why are you trying to give them tax cuts and shit, and then at the same time cut the programs that help motherfuckers at the bottom?
Did he cut the
shit that help them sustain? That doesn't make any sense when you're telling them it's about to get bad for you.
So asking someone that is physically able to work to get benefits is bad.
What does that mean?
Because that's what
and he ain't asking.
That's literally what he's doing.
That's not what he's doing. No, it's not.
Okay, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Hold on. I want to hear your argument. Go ahead. Tell us what it is.
No, what I'm saying is it doesn't make any sense to me. Who gives a fuck if the people are working or not? Why do I care about that? I don't care about that at all. I know shit is about to be hard. I just said that. So I'm not gonna cut that. Imagine me telling my family, I'll come home and tell them, look, man, shit's about to be harder. So just so y'all know, I'm about to buy less food.
I mean,
dude, families do that every day.
The light's gonna be off.
You're making an argument for something that I don't even know what you're talking about because you said he keeps saying he's making it hard. What did he say that said it's gonna make it hard? How is he saying it's gonna make it hard?
Things that he need to do in order to make the. I'm talking about what Trump said out of his mouth. He said yes.
He's talking about tariffs.
A lot of the stuff that you're about to do is going to make it harder for people. And he said yes, but people understand that things are going to be tough for a minute. But this is America. They'll be strong, and we'll get through it. Yeah, nigga. If you don't cut the little bullshit that's helping them, that little thirsty ass little money ain't nothing.
Okay.
So fuck it. Don't cut that shit. Let that shit fly like that. That shit shouldn't even be on your damn radar.
The reason why it's on the radar is because you got so many illegals on the shit that's drawing more taxpayer money that is gonna. So if we get rid of all these fucking illegals and then stop having these judges stop motherfuckers from getting deported, you probably wouldn't have these issues anymore. Is that fair to say?
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna feed the rest of my family because there's other motherfuckers in our neighborhood. Come on, man.
Well, when people like you say you don't care about shit, when they have an influx of mass immigration here, illegal immigration here, and you have these activist judges, which we know we don't care about, are fucking literally keeping people from doing their duty, which is to get them the fuck out of here and off of our welfare programs. So either you want people on this is not a country that is able to sustain the entire world. Because right now we're saying, hey, everyone bring your motherfucking degenerates in here and be on welfare and we'll take care of you.
This shit is the dumbest shit. This is a stupid fucking argument.
Explain to me how it's dumb.
Hey, I've already told you I don't fucking give a shit about no immigrants. I want all the motherfuckers gone.
But
so that you ain't talking to me.
I wasn't.
But
yeah, exactly.
but the reason why I'm saying it's a stupid argument is because there's no. How is it that they know if I make $47,000 a year to tax me at 22%? If this other motherfucker make this, to tax him at that. If this other motherfucker make this, tax him at that. There's a system in place that makes sure that happens. But we can't have a system in place that makes sure the illegals don't get fucking welfare.
Well, they do, but the fucking places that you were bigging up don't try to do workarounds to this shit. And they're out there giving motherfuckers.
Do you see what you just did?
Wait. You got these motherfucking activists out here giving them fucking away goddamn Social Security numbers. The Social Security numbers is doing what? What does that do? And these motherfuckers are working for the government. And that's how they're getting this shit.
Yeah. That person
absolutely. I agree with you that
busted.
all those white people are doing fucked up shit, bro. But all I'm saying is,
the funny thing is, you think it's just white people doing this shit. This is the stupid shit I be talking about. It's all these motherfuckers doing it.
Because they're like damn near 70% of the country.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, motherfucker.
It doesn't matter, sir. Minorities are overrepresented in government employment.
Yeah.
Namely, female minorities.
So yeah, if I look that up, it's not gonna still be majority white people. You're right.
I don't even care about it being majority of fucking white people. You live in a fucking America.
It was a quick jab, and so it is what it is. But what I'm saying is this: you look at what you just did. You just said that it's shit in place where that's supposed to be.
Yes.
But what you're saying is because other people aren't handling it the right way. Fuck actual Americans.
Absolutely.
You sound crazy, bro.
Absolutely. It's not fuck actual Americans. It's fuck the motherfuckers who voted for allow all these motherfuckers in here. And now they want to cry about when they start. See, the thing about it was all the people, not gonna say all the people, majority of motherfuckers in this goddamn that are liberal. I ain't saying you liberal, but motherfuckers are liberal. Like, I don't care. Let them all in. This country ain't theirs. They can't claim a country. This, that, and the motherfucking third, which you can't say you didn't hear. And then when they do what they normally do, where these motherfucking liberals push them all to where everyone else conglomerates all the what is the word? Fucking overwhelmed, over fucking populate certain areas, usually the so-called black areas, the nigger areas, they want to complain. But it was cool before they came. And when they came and they do what they normally do, which is put them in so-called black and brown places of living and all this other shit where they know there's no housing, where they know every motherfucker's going to be degenerate. They don't, like when they send them motherfuckers to Martha's Vineyard, how quick did they get them some bitches up out of there? How quick was it? Because they sent them to a fucking liberal place to speak. And them motherfucking liberals got them niggas up out there real quick because they don't want to be next to them. But oh no, it's cool to let these motherfuckers in. I'm not saying you beans, but majority of motherfuckers that think like you, that say they don't give a fuck about nothing that goes on in this country besides who makes more money and how much money they pay. I don't even care about that. Them motherfuckers are the ones that live next to let all these motherfuckers in here, allowed these motherfuckers to get in here, and now they're paying the price.
Listen, conservative.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just as much as you're liberal.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you're going to keep straw manning me. I'm going to just keep calling you
conservative. I didn't say you. I said people
you
that
did.
think
You
like
keep saying dumb shit like people like you who only care about what rich people make and all this other fucking shit.
I didn't say you. I said
don't give a
people
fuck about none of that
like
shit.
you. I didn't technically say you, sir.
You did.
No, I didn't.
We literally heard what you said. You said,
like,
I'm not saying you about the other thing, but then you said, but people like you who only give a fuck about, who say they don't care about nothing that's going on in the country and only care about how much money people make and how many taxes they pay. Motherfucker, I heard exactly what you said. I'm not your homeboys. I'm never gonna dumb myself down for you.
I said like,
okay, conservative.
I didn't say you. I said like
I know.
you.
It's all good. So here's my thing though.
Go ahead.
There was a period called, I believe it was called the New Immigration Period.
Okay,
well,
so
they
we got to
brought all
bring
these
it back to
motherfucking
1918.
immigrants
Okay.
over
God,
here.
Lord have mercy. Well, how far are we going back this time? Just give me a
Italians.
year. No. Just give me the year that we're going back.
Irish.
1876, 1832. What are we going back to?
I think this was like 18, maybe 88 to 1920 time period.
Let's stop having the conversation because I'm not talking about anything in 18. If there was no TV or black and white TV, I'm not talking about it.
Yeah, nobody's trying to edit them shit. So
absolutely. So you
here's
can
my
make it more,
here's my
you
thing
can make
about
it
this.
more regional what it is right now.
If the immigration thing, because the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't understand. Like, I get why the immigration thing is a problem right now, right? Like, I understand it from the financial aspect. I do. But even if you remove them, I don't see how you're going to fix it if you don't get a hold of what's the problem with capitalism, right? And the reason why I'm bringing up the new immigration period, because for some reason they thought it made all the sense in the world to bring all the motherfucking immigrants over here. Now we know that was to shore up the numbers for the quote unquote white people, but the fact of the matter
They
is,
didn't even think of them as white people then, so that's a false
that's
statement.
the point.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they did.
they didn't.
It's exactly what they did. That's the point.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
That's exactly what they did.
No,
right?
because they weren't even considered white people.
Oh my God!
So,
when they brought them in.
This is crazy. Why are we having this?
I'm just trying to
revisionist history?
understand why, because it's seen. Is it even though again, Uncle T, I'm acknowledging I understand the problem from an economical point of view.
Just
right?
you're
Even from the
acknowledging
crime point of view, I could even understand that. But I'm just trying to figure out why is certain things okay when your political party does it, but not when the other political party does it.
What did I say that okay for my political party?
No, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm saying I'm just trying to understand how that works.
The word is
I didn't say that you said it, but I know that this is how people move with their political parties.
Okay. Again, what's my
So I'm just asking you, like, can you make it make sense to why it would be okay? Because think about it like this. They say Obama was the deporter in chief.
Yes.
This is what the conservative Republican and black conservative douchebags
That's what
love to say about Obama.
But that's what they all say about Obama, not just conservatives. It was Democrats.
Yeah,
and
that's what the numbers say.
And
absolutely cool.
And he
so
absolutely
let's pretend like the deporter in chief title itself didn't come from Republicans. I'll dumb myself down.
Sure,
this
cool.
one time,
I don't give a fuck who it came from. It was a title that was given to him, but it was a title that because he kept fucking deporting the same people over and over again.
Absolutely. Whatever excuses you want to make to undermine what the man did.
I don't give
the
a fuck.
Fact
what
of the
it
matter
is.
is,
The matter
is
you
that
deported motherfuckers. I don't care. The point is, they should be deported and not coming back, but they keep coming back for some ungodly reason.
So we can make the argument that more immigrants came to America under Trump than did under Obama. So why nobody wasn't complaining
we
about it
can't
under
make
Trump?
that argument, sir. We can't make that argument.
You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, it should be okay. Somebody should have been saying something, but they wasn't. Even though I know this shit with Biden is like 4 times worse. I get that. Just
try about 5-10 times worse, but it's okay.
It ain't 10.
You don't know that because we don't did it. Because if motherfuckers were just coming in and not counting for shit, how the fuck can you say that?
Then I take it back. You might be right. It might be 10. Shit. I don't know.
My whole thing with this is whether Obama deported him, whether Biden deported him, I want them bitches deported. that's
no doubt. I'm in agreement with you on that shit. All of them.
I think they are a net. Well, I don't think. I know they're a net negative on our economics. Period. No matter how you look at it. And like I said, I even gave the Negras a pass when I said I don't even have an argument anymore for reparations. I gave that caveat. I don't have an argument for it no more because we seem to want to give everybody motherfucking money. We seem to want to take care of everybody. And if I hear another motherfucker say, oh, we think we're supposed to police the whole world. No, we don't. We shouldn't. And when Trump says, I don't want to be the police officers of the motherfucking globe or expand the so-called democracy, which we're not even a democracy. So I wish motherfuckers would stop saying that. Because it's not true. And when Trump says the best thing he would have said is, I don't give a fuck what they do over there. They're going to do it. They're going to do what they're going to do. Fuck them. Let them do it. I just won't be helping them by giving them money. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think we should give money to Ukraine, Russia, China, all these motherfuckers. I don't think we should give them money.
Well, you know they just lost the drone strike against Russia earlier, right?
Who?
Ukraine.
I don't care. They can blow each other up. I give two shits.
Yeah, that strike Ukraine did was fucking masterful. Did you see that shit?
No, I didn't.
Tom?
I didn't see any of it. No, I didn't.
Dude, they rigged up drones in cargo containers and took out a third of their strategic bombers, Russia's strategic nuclear bomber force, in a single attack.
Well, hey, good kudos to them motherfuckers. They don't want to lose the war. Let them motherfuckers not lose. Listen, I don't give a fuck who wins. I don't give a fuck who loses. That is not my concern. When you start involving us on this bullshit, that's where I have a problem. We shouldn't be out there fucking policing the world. Let these motherfuckers kill each other. Who cares? Let Israel kill everyone in Gaza. I don't care. I don't care. It's not for me to care. Let Gaza
I think they should have ran them motherfuckers in the sea years ago.
Hey, here you go. Let Gaza kill everyone in Israel. I still don't care. Whether it's the other way around, I don't care.
Hey, either way, problem solved, problem staying solved, right?
Yeah. I just don't think we should be fucking paying motherfuckers to continue their wars. That money is the United States tax base. Like I said before, I rather give money to JP, anyone else out this motherfucker, than I would want to give a single dollar to anyone in motherfucking Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, fucking Africa, South Africa, North, West, East, whatever part of Africa it is. I don't give a fuck. We shouldn't give money to nobody. We should be doing business with motherfuckers. If you want to do business, we'll be open for business, motherfucker. But to just give you money just for shits and giggles, fuck you. What are we getting out of the deal? That's how it should be looked at.
Khan Shonnery said the reality is US, right? Is in business with Israel, sir.
Say it again.
I'm saying that I said so. We got to get rid of all the immigrants, right, including the white ones.
Absolutely, nigga. I said he shouldn't have let them 59 from South Africa over here. I said that. I don't give a listen. You must don't understand. You mustn't hear me when I said I'm gonna say it again for you. Clip this shit up so we don't have to have this stupid ass conversation again. Are you ready, nigga? Are you ready? Ready? Clip, nigga.
OG Dougherty said, "If you're not first, you're last."
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Here. I'm gonna say it for you one more time, Beans. Every last legal and illegal immigrant should go back to where the fuck they came from and be deported. No exemptions.
So, is one more demographic I need to know if you're including? Are you including the naturalized as well?
Listen, what part of legal and illegal immigrants don't you understand?
Just saying, because on paper they not counted as that. So that's why I'm just making sure that who all you include.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, yes, sure, you can put them in there too. I don't give a fuck. I told you there should be 1,000-year. Well, I said 100-year ban. I'm gonna go back from because my first statement used to be 1,000-year ban, but I'm gonna go with 100. I'm gonna go with 100-year ban on legal and illegal immigration. Period. Point blank. Carte blanche.
Yeah.
I'm not changing my stance for any of that shit. Kingdom Miner with a $2 says youngins looking to Bitcoin, crypto, and is it Smart Coin or some shit like that? Oh, is that Smart? Oh, I don't know. They should look to it. Everything's a part of business if they want to. I don't have enough money to fucking do that shit. I'm poor. OG, what are we supposed to be watching? I don't know what we're supposed to be watching.
So what that's gonna leave? That's gonna leave FBAs and FWAs.
I don't know what the fuck those are, but go ahead, explain to me what those are.
Foundational white Americans and foundational black Americans.
Sure. Amen. 100%.
Which one of those is like? But what's the foundational white though?
Anyone that has 3 generations over here. I think it's 3 generations or 4 or some shit like that. I don't fucking know what it is.
No, I'm talking about originally.
Oh, I don't know.
Like what's the motherfuckers?
Well, who are they? If you want to know who they are, I don't know who they are. Who are they?
The original white people over who
How do you know? Because literally, motherfuckers literally sailed across
even
the
the founding fathers and all them niggas.
You said including the founding fathers?
Yeah, what was them niggas?
Quakers, Protestants. I don't know. Listen, my whole thing is if you don't have 3 to 4 generations over here, you ain't from here. At least 4. At least 4, I would say. Yeah, I would say at least 4. Now, how long is 4 generations? That's only like 20 years, right? No, not 20 years. That's 20 years per generation, right?
But could we? So that's probably gonna be half the motherfucking country. Survive off that?
Yeah, absolutely we could.
I mean, I said this before, and motherfuckers was looking at me like I was crazy, but the argument was a survival argument.
I don't give a fuck about their survival.
Like, do people need to move closer proximities?
No, not at all.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
People need to move farther apart.
I don't want to live next to y'all niggas. I don't even like Mayo like that. He gonna get on my nerves. He got to be at least 10 miles away from me.
That's why we got telephones, bitches, so we ain't got to live next to each other.
That's a whole fact.
What about if you move all the FWAs north and all the FBAs south? Would you be okay with that?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where they go. I don't even. That shit just sounds retarded.
Well, technically, it's not though. If they're from a place that was naturally cold, and we're from a place that was naturally warm, then we will all just basically be back in our habitats.
Well, I'm in the South right now, so I guess I'll stay where I'm at. I don't do cold fucking weather. What are we doing? Hey, you said you can't take the heat, nigga. Isn't that what you said?
No, I'm not one of those people who prefer to be cold over hot. I'm cool. Like that's what they got AC for. Fuck that.
Yeah, I much
I don't
rather
like
be hot.
snow and slush and all that
I
shit.
don't like none of that shit either.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Let me go back to OG. OG, what do you? What the fuck is you doing in the chat, nigga?
Nigga, I'm about to get this motherfucker first place, nigga. They got me fucked up at the chat, nigga. Hey, easy. You need to stop cheating. You and Fly Jones over there cheating like a motherfucker, bro. Y'all niggas need to stop. Y'all need to quit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because we know
know
that this shit ain't gonna happen, OG. I want to know what you gonna do once we actually get into this war. What
war are we getting into?
I mean, some people want to call it World War III. I don't know about all that.
Okay, let me ask you, what evidence do you have that we're going to World War III?
It's like 3 different conflicts going on right now.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
You know where it's happening?
Where?
Orania. Am I wrong?
Oh, God. There's no World War III over there. I mean, that's where they're doing good.
No, I'm talking about the separation.
Yeah.
That he's talking about.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And he didn't want to come to that one. I don't know why'd you leave? You didn't come over here during the time where we're talking about South Africa. Because I called you and everything.
Like, what the fuck? It's the 3 of them that is Ukraine and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
It's is and Gaz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, India and Pakistan.
Okay. What is that?
India and Pakistan. That was the 3rd one.
Okay.
That was mentioned. And then it's some bullshit they trying to pull America into some conflict that's going on in Africa.
South African shit.
I'm taking your word for it.
That's not a conflict. That's just it is what it is. And they said,
but they trying to get Trump involved. They was like, the dude was literally saying his name. Like, I hope Donald Trump comes over here and stuff like this. Oh, white people are suffering so bad over here, Trump. Like,
that's not a conflict, right?
They're trying to pull us into all these different situations.
Okay, so that's evidence of us getting into these wars?
Like, how the fuck did we get into the other ones? Since we finna dumb it down. Because I'm pretty sure America, if I go back and pull up the footage right now, it's going to be America was trying to stay out of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then for somehow, some way, we got suckered on into the shit. Right?
So we're talking about world wars versus these skirmishes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying this. I don't even like saying WW3.
But you keep saying it for some reason. Yeah,
I don't keep saying it. That's the point.
It comes off your lips so easy.
Yeah,
that's the point. I don't keep saying it. I said it the first time, and I said people saying that specifically because that's the people I got on it. But I don't even like saying that shit.
But okay, let me ask you this question: What World War III did Trump get us in the first time he was president? Because y'all keep negating like he wasn't president before.
2025.
Because
for somebody who hate going back to the past, you always want to go back to the past when it's about your fucking party.
No, your ass going back to goddamn 1876, motherfucker. I'm talking about 8 years ago. Not even 8 years ago. 5.
Shit.
I do, because that's recent history. Versus goddamn
it's
ancient
fucking
history.
Irrelevant to 2025.
The reason why it makes sense because simple fact is when he was in office, we didn't get into any new wars or anything like that. Now we were in war with other people. We were in war when he was in his first term. We're in war now with other people. Well, we're not in war with other people. People are at war. So what makes you think that he's going to stop what he's doing and say, let me jump into war with these motherfuckers, considering he didn't start any new wars then, and we were in war right then, and we're not in war now, and he's just going to jump to getting into war. That doesn't make sense.
Like, I don't even know why you do this.
I'm asking you.
Be serious.
I'm dead serious. What evidence do you have? You can't even.
Yes or no? Do conflicts escalate?
Sure.
Okay, then stop.
And sometimes they de-escalate.
Just stop.
But that makes just because
it's not hard, bro. Like the question you asking, It's if you want to say that you don't think it's gonna happen, you could say that. But this argument that you're trying to present, like there's no fucking way in the world. Come on, bro, you being goofy.
Okay.
Like I just told you that if you go back now, we can pull up the video footage and the articles and read them out loud to the audience, bro. We wasn't trying to get involved in them other shits. But motherfuckers found a way to pull us on up in that shit.
How many motherfuckers were at conflict at that time?
Wait,
sir?
let me ask you something. I'm sorry, I don't know, to be honest with you, because you talking about back then, right?
These things would be important to know, the history, how they started.
I don't even know about back then. I think one of them, I think was, but I do know that.
Were we the last to enter every one of those world wars?
Say that one more time.
Were we the last to enter in those world wars?
I would assume so, because I think one of them we was actually, if I remember correctly, wasn't one of them we was only involved for like a year.
Oh man, that's amazing, right?
Yeah. So is involved or no?
It's involved.
Oh, okay, cool. So all I said was, motherfucker gonna try to find a way to get. I literally said the motherfuckers in Africa is trying to get him involved, right? You got these other 3 joints going on. It's like motherfuckers trying to get us involved, like they trying to push this shit out there. But the other thing, though, Uncle T, is this. Watch this. Ain't we providing money to a few of them motherfuckers?
We're providing money to damn near all of them.
So then that means we already fucking involved.
No, that means we do business with them.
Man, shut up. This shit. See what I'm talking about? But let it would have been a Democrat. We involved. He overseeing the war.
Doing business with a country. I'm talking about. No. Doing business with a country and getting items from it does not mean you're involved in their war.
No, Uncle T, you are 100. I'm the dumbass. You are 100% correct. I give somebody the guns to go shoot at somebody, I'm not involved at all. You are right.
I'm not even talking about giving them guns. We're involved. Well, shit. I don't even know if we give them any money. We haven't gave them no money this time, have we? Since Trump has been in office, have we given Ukraine any money?
Yeah, cause hey, listen,
I'm asking.
Here's my thing. I don't know if we have or we haven't. Let's say we haven't, but we were.
We what?
So you don't get to throw stones and have your motherfucking hands now. That's the point.
We were, because you're saying Trump is going to get us into these wars.
I didn't say Trump was going to get us into shit. I'm saying other motherfuckers and all these other conflicts.
When you said
get motherfuckers involved, I said, so if your boy gets involved in this shit.
So your boy is who?
Trump.
Okay, so now stop being fucking disingenuous and answer and
act like it. Because you already said, and I agree with you, that he said he didn't even want to do this shit.
Yes, he doesn't want to do the wars, but
that's my point, motherfucker. I ain't trying to say he's starting it.
Oh,
I'm saying other motherfuckers is trying to pull us into their bullshit.
Okay, but do you think there's other bullshit going on when his first presidency was? Do you think there was?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't pay attention to it like that, but I didn't hear shit. So when I had people telling me that Trump didn't oversee no wars or no conflict, I just took it as facts. Because
no one said that.
Shit, I ain't hear nothing.
No one said that. They said
people have said that to me.
No,
absolutely, 100%. The conservative douchebags in this space have literally said to me he didn't oversee no wars.
That's not what he said. I guarantee you, he said he didn't oversee no new wars. That's probably what he said. Not new wars, because we were already.
OG Dougherty said that easy is cheating.
We were already at war when fucking Trump got in office. What are you talking about?
At war with who?
Afghanistan. We were still in Iraq at the same fucking time. What are you talking about?
I don't know nothing about that. I'm just telling you, can't yell at me, motherfucker. I ain't say it.
That's why I said
I'm telling you what was said to me.
That's why I'm telling you.
And I would think after a while you would understand if I said motherfucker said it, they said it.
Listen, they probably said no new wars.
No,
that's what
I know
motherfuckers
exactly what was there.
That's a Republican talking point. Was he didn't get us involved in any new wars? That's usually their fucking talking point.
Yeah, well then that means somebody regurgitated that shit wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have been
that sounds stupid. That sounds stupid as shit.
No, listen, I have been consistent. It's not like I talk about it a lot, but the few times that I have mentioned it, I have been consistent as saying. Matter of fact, just a couple of days on my show, I was saying man, bro, what if this is the time? Because of the fact that motherfuckers be saying he wasn't overseeing no war.
When you said
what
that,
if
and when
his
you,
first presidency was
Easy
the
said
first 3
Ogdotterty
years
feet stank.
was straight, right? The first 3 years was straight, and then that last year was bullshit because it was the pandemic. I said, what if this is like the first year is straight, and then the last 3 years we involved in some goofy bullshit? And here's the thing about it: just because he's saying he don't want to, sound like exactly why the fuck we'll be there.
Well, he said it
How
the first
we
time
end
too.
up in some shit just because he's saying he don't want to.
Okay. Again, I mean, you have no evidence to say that he will ever get involved in anything. You even got any evidence that says he was leaning any way in that direction. He didn't even want to give these motherfuckers no money. So that would tell you something. He didn't want to give them no goddamn weapons. That would tell you something. But what do I know? Joe Biden did everything correctly. And it doesn't even matter, because the fact of the matter is when he came into office the first time, we were at war, supposed war. That's why when Joe Biden came into office, right, and he did the worst fucking evacuation from a war ever seen, right? So that means he was at war too. But the thing about this, we got to support Israel. We got to support Gaza. We got to support this. This is what's all been said. And I'm going to give it to you. It's been Republicans and Democrats who doing this shit on supporting these motherfuckers. Lindsey Graham is one of the biggest fucking rhinos I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Wait a minute. Would you count the largest defense sales agreement? A notable example is the historic $142 billion defense sales agreement with Saudi Arabia. Would you count that?
Is Saudi Arabia at war with somebody?
No, I'm just asking, would you count that as him giving
That's not giving a war-torn country any goddamn ammo or anything, because you're talking about people that are already at war. They're not at war with no one. Good try, though.
It's not a good try. I'm asking you because I don't fucking know.
Okay.
That don't even sound like what we talking about.
Yeah, it's
We're
not
talking about giving money and we're talking about providing weapons. This don't sound like that.
Providing weapons is not giving a war-torn country any fucking new ammo to do anything. All right, just because you sold motherfuckers weapons don't mean that they gonna take those weapons and go to war.
That's why I asked you.
Okay.
But you so used to being an asshole that you don't understand.
No, you an asshole too. Shut up, nigga. Stop acting like you ain't no fucking asshole. I'm sick of you trying to. Oh, I'm holier than thou. I don't never say that. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Because I am holier than thou, motherfucker.
Nigga, now you acting like John the goddamn Baptist and shit. Acting like I don't see
agreement. Okay, so that ain't. Oh yeah. That's what I said, because it says weapons sales.
Yeah, you can sell weapons. We sell weapons all the fucking time. What's the point? We supposedly sold weapons to Ukraine. Well, I know we did, but it is what it is. We also gave them a lot of fucking money. That's why that's why.
So this shit is a crime, though, in America. Yo, this is the phoniest country in the history of mankind.
It's so phony that your ass won't leave it. It's crazy.
This shit is a crime.
It's so phony your ass won't leave it. Boy,
yeah, because ain't nothing wrong with ain't nothing wrong. I said that wrong. This is the phoniest government in
you
history of
love
mankind.
America.
The country is lovely.
You even love the government.
I love driving through the country and seeing the sights.
You love the government, sir. So stop acting like
the white people. That's fucking horrible.
You love the white people in government because we already know 70% of people in government are white. At least that's what you be saying. So you love them motherfuckers. Yeah. Take that. Listen.
Take that L, yeah. Yeah.
That's disturbing. Just so you know. Like, that shit ain't cute at all. Just so you know.
Like that. You like that. It's okay. I understand, man. I understand it.
Terrible.
Anyway, it's 12:01. We gotta do a part 2 to this shit because you motherfucking fucked it up talking about these dumbass motherfuckers anyway.
Nah, this was good though. I ain't even start.
Look at this nigga. Let me get back to this goddamn chat because these motherfuckers are going.
I just want you to start talking about the fucked up shit in the bill. Stop just talking about.
I didn't even get there. There's a lot of shit I don't. Listen, the whole fucking goddamn climate change shit. I don't agree with. I don't agree with it.
Hey, in contrast, the bottom 50% of taxpayers earn 11.5% of the total AGI and pay just 3%
of all federal income taxes.
Okay, what's your point?
That is love. That sounds right.
Okay, cool. Cool. Increase alternative minimum tax exemption.
What the fuck is AGI?
Sound it out.
Anybody that got income? That's what that is.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say 11.5% of the AGI. I mean, shit, that ain't a lot. The bottom 50% makes 11.5%. So that just goes to show you that motherfuckers is broke, bro.
So if they broke, then what the fuck does it matter? Again, it goes back to my whole statement that the top 1% pay majority of the motherfucking taxes.
No, but what I'm saying is 90%. Don't let this nigga pay 22% on his income and then at the same time take away the little bit of fucking subsidies that help people maintain.
Yeah, well,
I wonder if they, go through that bill, man, so we can get to the good parts. I want to know if it's anything in there that's gonna fuck with the farmers and they subsidies. If they cutting any of that shit out, I bet not. I bet they not, bastards.
So you want to farm? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not what the fuck I just said. You fucking asshole. I can't fuck around. I can't even touch animals, bro. I don't know how y'all
So
do
what the fuck is wrong with you? If that's the case, you worried about some shit that you don't even want to think about doing. That's crazy.
Not the point. That's everybody shouldn't be thinking about none of it. They only worried about one part of it, right? Which is actually the smallest part of it.
Child care credit.
You don't care about Medicaid, do you?
Oh, Medicaid? Absolutely not. I go to the VA.
Yeah, so you don't give a fuck about Medicaid. You don't give a fuck about that child tax credit. It's a whole bunch of these welfare shits that y'all don't give a fuck about.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So you want? Wait. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question because I still got to pay. My wife and kids can't go to the VA, so I do have to pay fucking goddamn medical healthcare shit. So I do have to have a healthcare plan for them. Now my question is, do you think that the VA medical is any different than regular old Medicaid?
What do you mean?
Do you think they're the same, or do you think one is better than the other? Which one do you think?
I'm not understanding what you're saying. Are you saying the doctors, or are you saying the coverage?
I'm talking about coverage, doctors, whatever you want to call it. Encompasses it all. Do you think one is better than the other?
I don't see how it would be.
Which one? The VA better than something?
Not to mention the fact that I hear a lot of military people complain.
Yeah. But you want the government to motherfucking have all controls over goddamn healthcare?
See, the problem is that you looking at it from the idea of the fucked up ass government that we have now.
Oh, so
what I'm saying is, I'm not looking at it as worst case scenario. I'm looking at it as best case scenario.
No, because we don't deal in best case scenario because that never.
Why the fuck
happens.
wouldn't we?
Because that is a fucking fallacy. So if
really,
hell yeah, that's a fallacy.
I just want you to understand that right now you're saying you support pessimism.
Yes, I'm pessimistic in the motherfucker.
Well, then you can't say shit when nobody complain about America or capitalism ever again. You gonna just be quiet.
So you think so just because you were like, oh, motherfuckers are gonna shit farts of fucking glitter and shit, and I'm just gonna be bask in the glory of everything's all right. You're fucking insane. You're fucking insane. What the fuck are we doing here? I'm telling you right now, the fucking shit's fucked up. We waste so much motherfucking money through military, through goddamn regular old government, and your fucking local goddamn, the fucking schools waste money, motherfucking police waste money, everyone wastes money.
Yeah.
Government entities waste money. All of them. But you and people like you want the government to take control of your whole life. That's what I've been hearing.
I don't know why you think that's my whole life.
Whatever you want to call it.
I shouldn't need the police. I shouldn't need firefighters. I shouldn't need hospitals.
There we go.
We shouldn't need that shit.
Glitter and shit again. We're shitting glitter again. Let's just be real. You do need them. Stop shitting glitter. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. Them motherfuckers, well, they didn't do shit to stop my house from burning down, but goddamn it, they put the shit out after fucking 6 hours.
There you go. There you go. And I was just about to say, I ain't never had one burned down, knock on wood. So I'm just saying, like, everything being everything, I should never need them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's okay. If that's what you want to, you shouldn't glitter again. God damn it, fairy.
It ain't
farts and
about
shit.
that, bro.
It's
What you trying to do is you trying to get people to just accept the fucked up shit. I'm saying I'm trying to look at it from an optimistic point of view to say if we had the right people in these positions doing the right things, this shit would be beautiful.
Your optimism is retarded because there's not been the perfect people for any fucking thing.
No, but the optimism isn't about expectation. The optimism is about the conversation we have.
So you want
we're talking about hypotheticals. So if I'm in a hypothetical, why would I make a hypothetical from a pessimistic view? That doesn't even make sense.
Reality.
Fuck that. Well, we could just talk about reality then. I don't need to talk about the hypothetical.
Then why are you talking about the hypothetical? Just talk about reality. I'm telling you.
Because that's what conversations are for.
Motherfuckers think that the VA is great, but you said yourself, you hear so many people say so many fucked up things about it. Not only to mention that they're spread out between everyone. If you're in a rural area, good luck. You probably got to drive 2 hours to go to motherfucking VA. And then if they allow you to go outside the network to fucking go get health care, then it may not be paid for.
I just want to say one thing. All of y'all niggas, that be smoking on them cigars is sus.
I don't smoke cigars, so I don't give a damn. I don't smoke, period. So.
I'm looking at this R. Kelly short. This cigar big as hell. And I'm talking about it. It don't look like he puffing the motherfucker. It look like he's sucking this motherfucker. I'm so fucking glad I don't smoke nothing no more. That shit is crazy.
Okay.
So, that is hilarious. I'm about to do a short to this. This shit is funny as hell to me.
All right. So
what
I'm gonna do?
Yeah, this was an awesome show, man. I absolutely appreciate you for inviting me. I love talking politics with you. You really the only person that I actually enjoy talking politics with, even when you on your bullshit. Because like you say, at some point you're gonna be Uncle T, but you do come straight with it, bro. So
no, I answer all your questions. I don't the shit. If the answer's wrong, the answer's wrong, but it's not wrong to me. Anyway, we're gonna do a part 2 to this. I actually go over because I thought I had the extended version, which I don't have the actual 1100. I only got 47 pages. This is crazy. This is pretty much talking about the taxes, so I don't want to just talk about the taxes that are in it, even though they're calling it the tax bill. I just think it's a lost. I mean, I get what he's saying, what they want to do, which is continue on the tax cuts for 2017. This nigga, they want to continue on.
I'm sorry, Uncle T. You gotta see this shit. I'm sorry. You gotta see this shit. Uncle T. I just shared it with you.
Zoomer Seedlet, don't take that cigar shit.
You gotta watch it to the end, bro. Oh my god, it's fucking retarded, bro.
That does look like a dick.
That shit caught his ass. Choked the fuck out of his ass, bro. What in the entire fuck? Look at this shit.
Oh, okay.
Why? Why would you put this shit on the internet, bro? What the fuck? Oh shit! Is it okay if I say "Free My Nigga Kills"?
I don't give a fuck. I think R. Kelly got the best R&B music out there. What are you talking about?
I mean, I knew it was one. And see, that's all I remember. Yes, you did say that. That's why I forgave you for the Jay-Z take.
What's wrong with my Jay-Z take?
Your Jay-Z take is the most, like, I would say probably in the year 2003, your Jay-Z take would get you murked. Like niggas would get you up out of here.
Oh, okay.
But your Jay-Z take is terrible. You said that nigga is trash.
Absolutely, 100%.
And see what I'm saying? Shit like that.
I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna be like you. I'm not gonna dumb myself down for niggas like y'all. And when it comes to music, I'm not gonna dumb myself down. Yeah, because that nigga is hot garbage, dog.
That is wild. That's what I'm saying, bro. You couldn't say that shit in Brooklyn.
Name 1 year he had #1 album.
Who cares?
Oh, okay. So you can't do it.
Nigga, Pac. Then I don't think Pac ever had a #1 album.
That tells you that
maybe what's the name? All Eyes on Me.
Again, that tells you that tutu wearing fag boy wasn't the greatest. Yeah, I said it.
Who you talking about?
Tupac, nigga, the tutu wearing ass nigga.
Yeah, all right. Let me see. So it says report the channel right here.
Oh, so you love tutu wearing ass niggas. Do I have to show you the time that this nigga wore a tutu?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you think this nigga was the hardest nigga out there, huh? You thought this nigga was thug life for real, nigga. This nigga was twat life, asshole juice for life for real. For real.
Twat life.
Nigga, what are we doing?
Oh my god! See now, 1996, you definitely would have got your ears stomped together for saying that shit.
Okay, you know what? I've been holding on to this. Let me get my Biggie shit out here for you niggas.
That's a fact.
Y'all
niggas would have definitely bloodied your mouth behind that.
I've been saying it since 2001, nigga. I don't know why y'all keep saying it. What is it, 1997? I've been saying this shit since this nigga died, nigga. I didn't care. Nigga's trash.
I'm talking about Pac.
Pac too, nigga. I've been saying this since 97 too.
Pac is actually the GOAT, to be honest with you.
Go to what?
He's the GOAT of rap.
Yeah, okay.
He just think that don't mean he's the best rapper. What it means is when it comes to making
you crazy.
The art of music.
Andre 3000 way better than that nigga. If you want to break it down with musically, Andre 3000 to kill this nigga all damn day a week. What are you talking about?
No.
You fucking full of it.
See, the reason why you can't give it to Andre 3000 is because people gotta figure that shit out.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody put up
stop it.
Somebody said the best features from artists in the last however many years it was.
Lil Wayne.
And they put up this verse from Andre 3000. I believe it was on a song called 16.
That's it.
That verse was phenomenal. I ain't even gonna lie. But too many times with Andre, you gotta try to figure it out.
You gotta decipher what he's trying to say. I get that.
Yes.
But musically,
and with Pac, it's just right there.
Sir, musically, you talking about music. Tupac ain't got nothing on this nigga.
No, I'm saying being able to put the art of making a song.
Absolutely. The art
and
of
being
making
able to put Brenda's Got a Baby together.
No. The art of making a song, you gotta hand it to Andre 3000, 100%. From start to finish of making a song, that's Andre 3000 all day. You crazy.
None of these niggas got a Brenda's Got a Baby.
Who the fuck cares? That was a trash ass song and it was annoying. It just shows you how sorry niggas is. This bitch threw a baby in a trash can. What we doing?
Exactly.
That's a good song for you niggas. Oh, y'all need to up y'all need.
Yeah, see, that's why it's
crazy.
called the art of making music, right? It's
trash.
not just about doing a rap song.
Yeah.
It's about creating some shit that connects to the people.
Absolutely. And Andre 3000 did that way better than that nigga.
No, Andre 3000 definitely.
Andre 3000 is way better than that nigga. On the scale, I would put Andre 3000 like above him by like 10 times the amount that nigga is.
You must be out of your fucking mind.
You crazy as cat shit, dog.
I said, where you want to be? She said, I lied. She made me think for a minute, then looked in her eyes. I could have died. Time went on. I got struck.
See, I don't like that. See, I don't like that shit, nigga. We're not gonna reverse no bullshit ass verses over here.
Songs and hoping at a show.
Nope. Ain't gonna do it. Thank y'all for coming out. We're gonna have to do a part 2 of this shit and actually break down the actual bill because I thought I had the whole thing. I don't. I thought I did have it. I do have it somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. I literally went through my whole thing while we were talking and I couldn't find it. So we're gonna have to break down the other parts of the bill, which I don't like, and I think that would be a better conversation to break down the shit I do not like about the bill, and decide what do y'all think about it. Because going along with shit I do agree with, no matter if it's there or not, we can say that the motherfuckers are crying about them like this nigga Beans is talking about these motherfuckers.
Hey, end the show. End the show for me real quick. Just go ahead and rock it for me real quick. Area for me, please.
Thank you for coming out. We do a part 2 this. We out of here. Peace. Okay.
Got his motherfucking ass. Mark ass nigga. Got that nigga. Yeah. What mama at, bro? I can't wait till mama come up here. Mama got that motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. I got to Tom that bitch ass nigga. I got him. Yeah.
Who'd you talking about?
That shit was gonna work, nigga. Easy motherfucking ass. This nigga had first place tonight, nigga. I slid in there in a second, nigga. I timed this motherfucking ass out, nigga. Mama caught first place on that nigga. He lost. Let me tell him in the chat, nigga, you lost. Yeah.
Yo, Gorillas in the Mist looking ass didn't even know I was singing the Andre 3000 verse.
I know.
Hey, OG.
From the artist.
Easy got it back, sir.
I know.
This nigga. Oh, your mark.
Get the hump about your bag now.
Oh,
I didn't
no,
like
it don't count. It don't count because the show had Tom had already ended the show with Mama at first. Nope, it only count.
No, sir.
We end the show. Yep, because the show is still going on right now. He still got stuff in the back. The show is ended, sir. I'm looking at the time.
Yeah, I think it's something else. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Because I'm still live on the vertical stream.
Oh, you can't. Oh, my nerves. Yeah. Oh, why you doing this, Tom? Why you mucking with me?
I forgot.
Easy.